What's going on, everybody? It's your boy BMP coming at you again with another live big news, big hip hop. We're going to be talking about it all. We're going to be getting into it. And I'm also joined here by the one, the only. He's not the gold. He's not no goddamn titanium. This is the Platinum Elite Edition. We're definitely here to have the conversation, to have the talk with y'all, to let y'all know what's good. As my guy Kwame would say, the power is yours if you so choose. So you already know we're definitely here for the smoke. We're definitely here for the clout, to actually know what's going on in the industry, man. Because it's real out here. I wanted to know. So we have a lot of stuff that's going to be popping up and going down.
Okay, homie, you let me know. I mean, like, let me know when you're ready for me or whatever.
Oh, no. I'm like I said, I'm definitely ready. I'm definitely ready for you. I'm definitely ready. Platinum, what's going on? Welcome to, we're definitely doing it. I know we talked about this yesterday, but here we are today.
Okay. You want to talk hip-hop today?
Man. Introduce yourself.
It's Platinum Elite, man, just, creator, whatever, content creator, just trying to start out, man. Do a lot of, like, social interaction, relationships, masculine talk, and a little bit of hip-hop, whatever, regular observator, whatever, social observator, social commentator. We get into that. So you said you were talking about Tiny, right?
Oh yes, we're gonna talk about Tiny. There's a lot of stuff in the game that we're gonna be going over today. We're gonna be talking about Tiny filing for divorce again. Also, we're gonna be talking about A Boogie. You already know who he is, A Boogie with the hoodie. New Jersey drug bust. We're trying to figure out what's going on with these players out here. They running, they doing all this stuff, they making all this bread, but they getting caught up in drug bust. And we're trying to really figure out. And the last but not least, the one, the only, the Jesus, the blessed one himself, literally is getting sued for $1 million by his church choir. I can't make these things up. So we're trying to figure out what side of the game are these people on and what are they doing? Are they tricking? Or are they doggone hoeing? Or pretty much are they just hustling? So we got to know. We got to know what's going on with these people. So, Platt, we got the first story that's going to be coming up. Do you know who Tiny is? Or do you even know who she is?
Yeah, I know who that is. That's T.I.'s wife.
Okay, so are they married? They married, or they just allegedly, I
was under the impression they were actually legally married. The whole paperwork and all of that. That's what I was under the impression.
Okay. Now, we know he has some kids before her. Now, for some of y'all that live under a rock, no judgment, let's go ahead. We also joined here by
what up, y'all? How you doing, Platinum?
What's up,
BT? What's up with you, man?
JT Rich. Let's go. I told you I was gonna come get you, man. I told you I was gonna come get you. I'm a man of my word. So you know what I'm saying? So we definitely got to hear. Oh, shout out. Thank you for the donation. Thank you, Kai. Much love to you, girl. for the $7. Amazing. Kai is in charge of our merchandise as well as our T-shirts and our uniforms that we wear on BMT. I guess this is, I wore my uniform yesterday for my interview and the day before that. So she's in charge of our merch. So much love to Kai. Now, we definitely have to go over that, and I gotta make sure I rent you up, Kai. You already know all BMT faculty have to be wrenched up. Shout out to everybody. So let's go ahead and check into this right here. Let me go ahead and showcase. If y'all don't know who Tiny is, Tiny here. There we go. I got to put in her last name. So she is married to T.I. Her name is Tamika Cole. That's her. God dang. Okay, so that's her. She has a funny squeaky voice, but from what I hear, she can sing. She's been married to T.I., the self-proclaimed king of the South, but that's to be debatable. I don't know how.
Andre 3000 is the king of the South.
It would have to go between Andre,
Scarface.
Who else do we have? Rick Ross. No, Rick Ross.
UGK, Pimp C.
Is UGK goddamn? Now, are you including Texas? Are we including Texas part of the South? Like, I'm looking at the South.
When I look at South, I look at Texas, Atlanta, Florida. I just look at like lower part of the state. You know what I'm saying? Lower states like Louisiana and shit like that.
Okay, so we're not going to include Birdman and Baby because
New Orleans, yeah. Okay, well, hold on now.
Okay. See that you're adding on more people. We're looking at more people. So could T.I. really be called the king of the South?
Hell nah, not really.
So I don't think so. I think he just calls himself that.
It's like a self-proclaimed title, you know.
Oh, okay, but ain't nobody really gave him that shit. Now, but you have his wife, one of his Tamika, or AKA Tiny. I think she has a nice little resume. Lord knows, girl, she needs to go without that makeup. She just needs to go without the makeup. Now, honestly, I'm not
like Mrs. Claus.
She be pulling them niggas off on the street. Now to me, I would rather deal with her when she was like this. This must be when she was younger or some stuff. But like I said, she's been in all kind of stuff with Floyd Mayweather. She's been in Escape, all that kind of sad stuff going on with this girl. She's black, right? She black?
I think so. I think her father is like. I think either her father or her mother is black.
Father? Oh, I don't know.
I think it might be.
She ain't no dang mix.
Yeah, I think it might be. Her father might be light skinned.
Yeah, is Tiny black? Well, I don't know what the hell she is.
Tiny's black.
Tiny black. Okay, we got her. We can claim her. Good. You know what I'm saying? I like Candy anyway. I like Candy better than I like. But it's who's on Escape? It was Candy, Tiny. They had who's on Escape?
It was some other bitches. I'm trying to remember. I know who you talking about.
I don't know all these goddamn.
Didn't one of them bitches have like a gap or something like that? Or one of them?
Usually the Gap ones can sing the best because they got that extra windage or some shit.
Yeah.
So Kelly says Tiny is mixed.
So her father is black.
Okay. Thank you, all things, Nate. So Tiny is mixed, and her mom ain't her mama white. Okay, so
yeah, her mama Paula. I forgot about that. Her mama is Paula Dean White.
Oh God, for real?
Dead ass, bro. Like Caucasian.
All right. Listen, so Tiny, she's a Southern mulatto. That's nothing new in the South. We see it all the time. Dudes, wifing up goddamn, the white girls or impregnating them. They don't ever get married. They just get impregnated. So they don't ever get married. But we are good at impregnating white women. We just don't marry them. That's one thing we can say consistent about us black men in the South. We'll knock them up, but we don't marry them.
Oh my goodness.
That's a no-go. We've been doing that since the slavery. So trying to keep that tradition strong.
Yeah, so we technically originated pump and dump. Ain't that some shit? It started with the plantation master's wife.
Mama, that's my baby daddy. And who's the pappy?
The day that our father are colored is the day that hell freezes over, Macklin.
Nobody gonna ever say anything. So shout out to us from doing that since slavery day, since we got off the boat, pump and dump, since slavery time.
Oh my goodness.
So we got.
Can you hear me, Joe?
Hey, what's going on? Yeah, we can hear you good today.
It was technically pick and dump because you had to pick cotton then dump it.
Well, I guess you had to put in some work before you go ahead.
Yeah, it was pick and dump.
So we definitely we got it going on here. Do y'all think that she's gonna back out of this divorce? Now, how many people knew that Tiny got divorced? How many people knew this? You didn't know.
No what?
But I mean, hasn't he been cheating their whole marriage?
Yes. He's been cheating. But I think she got called up for cheating also.
I mean, they both cheat. You know, we go through this all the time, Joe. Like, the celebrities live by, and that's why I kind of don't like these gossip talks, for the simple fact that people try to compare what they do to like regular people. You know what I'm saying? Like the same thing with like the Cardi B thing and everything. It's like, oh, well, you know, they get divorced because she was fucking some other dude or whatever. They have an open marriage. Like, they've been said that they have an open marriage. Anytime she cheated or supposedly cheated, she was actually getting back at him for stepping out and initiating the first infidelity.
But see,
then they had threesomes and stuff together.
Right. You see, that's the thing.
That's when they on par with each other, when they on the same page. Other than that, if they're like at a disagreeable moment, you ever notice on their shows, whenever they had a moment of disagreeableness, they'll like separate from each other. But while they're separating from each other, they'll do what they want. But when they're on the same page, they're down for whatever freaky shit they'll do together. But when they're at an impasse with each other and they can't come to an agreement on something marriage-wise, yes, they step out. Both do on each other.
Now, to be fair, did she agree to the contract of trap nigga dick platinum? Do you think that she knew?
When you enter the trap, you do.
Trap nigga dick. That's
God.
a whole trap card. And Jay, you know about them type of trap niggas.
Oh yeah, I'm from the block. I know exactly what you're talking about.
So okay, so explain. You think she already?
So I mean, is once a trap nigga always a trap nigga? Is that what
at heart?
Saying?
Yes.
At heart, yes. At heart, yes. Once a trap nigga, always a trap nigga.
Even you could take a Crip, put him in the military. 4 years later, that nigga will still claim Crenshaw.
Crip. Yep. That is true. I'm just saying. Can she really get mad at this man? But she knew the game.
Yeah, man. I know some drill sergeants who got rolling 60s, literally like tatted on their chest.
I can't.
Wow.
So who can we ought to be mad at? We ought to be mad at T.I. or Tiny. Like, who's really a victim?
Well, neither of them are a victim. But if you actually want to look at it that way, kind of Tiny, kind of. And I only say kind of because it's like her infidelities are only a response to T.I.'s infidelities. You know what I'm saying? And besides, when they first met and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? She was actually, when they first met, this nigga was a son husband to her, low key.
Ooh.
He was.
Hold on.
Oh, what? Wait, a what?
A husband. We call him.
Did you say a son husband?
Yeah. No. Tiny was when they first met. Tiny was providing for this nigga.
So it would be like, in other words, we made the term.
Drive this nigga's clothes.
She was like a sugar mama.
Washing for him. She was basically that's why they so connected together.
It was more. He was just she was supporting him, but it wasn't a husband. I mean I don't agree with a lot of stuff
halfway
does, but no, I mean he's not that. Not him. He's a hood nigga. He's a street nigga. Now he just happened to get rich very early, but he was in the game. He was selling dope, and she had the connections. He was a young nigga, like a million of these dudes right now, wanting to get heard. She had the connections because she was with Escape, and she had the ability to get him heard, and she helped him get signed and all of that. And then also she wanted him. You know what I'm saying? She sexually wanted him, so that helped. Everything just came from there. It was never no fuck with me and be down with me. It was like, okay, you in the group, I can rap. and then it just came from there. And they've sort of been together ever since.
Okay, so we're looking at this right here, whereas to Tiny Harris explains why she filed for divorce from T.I., and we also have the audio. Tiny Harris speaks about why she filed for divorce from T.I. For a while, Tiny and T.I. looked to be doomed in a relationship. I mean, we knew that since season 1. Every other day, there were rumors about them breaking up, and at one point, Tiny even filed for divorce from her husband. Throughout the last few days, Vlad TV has been releasing portions of Tiny's interview with the publication, where she has spoken at length about her failed escape reunion, fights between group members, and more. She also touched on the saddest moment in her life, having a stillborn baby with T.I. Oh, God dang. So these two, they done put themselves to all kinds of shit. Like, these two.
That's kind of that trauma bond you was talking about yesterday.
That would be that trauma bond shit. Like, these two are hell succubus, demon, and necrophilia all put together. Like, they're just too dangerous for these. A few years ago, Tiny and Tip were not doing well. They had filed for divorce before deciding to reconcile, and it looked like they would be going their separate ways. In the most recent part of her interview with Vlad, Tiny details the process, explaining why she decided to file. It was pretty stressful, says Tiny. You know what? I don't feel like reading all that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play the audio of it. I'm not listening to all this shit. I'm just going to play the audio. I'm going to play the audio with her talking to Vlad out of her own mouth. I feel like we deserve that as a people. The stuff. The guy who messaged me, I'm not going to talk about Kevin Samuels. Go fuck yourself. I'm not talking about Kevin Samuels. That. Look for him on the other channel.
He has enough publicity as it is. We don't need to talk about him.
we don't need to talk about Kevin. But I will be talking about this goddamn T.I. shit. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up the Tiny and T.I. thing. Now, the thing about it, I got to ask y'all, before we pull that up, do you think that Tiny is going to renege?
Yeah. Because I don't think this is her first time that she's filed for divorce.
Really?
I don't think so.
That's
JD
pretty.
Is in the back chat.
Who's in the back chat? Oh, okay.
JD. He's trying to. His wife. Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, but yeah, I don't think they're gonna each other just because I think, like I said, I could be wrong. I mean, it's not that deep if we look it up or not, but I feel like they split up. And now, do they have a new season coming? Oh,
They might. Or a new show.
But it's kind of like that female, and let me know if I'm wrong about this, Rich. Like that one person, that couple that they keep saying they're gonna break apart. They do the Facebook thing, they do the Instagram, they you see all kind of stuff. Yeah, when you go to McDonald's, they all sitting on each other's lap and shit and taking it up and stuff.
I call those the opera couples. The only reason I call them opera couples is because they will openly perform. You know what I'm saying? They will openly perform their disagreements or dysfunction with each other in front of not only the presence of others in public, but also just in their everyday life in general. Basically, whenever they have an argument with each other, especially in public, man, they'll both go out their way to upstage each other to basically see who can look like the bigger victim in front of this audience. But then, when you see them behind the scenes, it's all roses and, niggas popping champagne, giving her chocolates and shit like that. Those are opera couples. Basically, you know what I'm saying? They really, how can I put this? They need each other more than they think they need each other, but they don't.
Damn, boy, damn, Rich, I need to bring you around here more often. You talking like this shit. Goddamn. Okay. We're also joined here by my brother, my homie, my ride or die, D Darrell. We done rolled through the sand deserts. Fuck you goddamn cucks of manosphere life.
What's up, BMT?
So, You know what I'm saying? But you know I love y'all guys. You know I love y'all guys. But y'all really need to stop with that damn stop. Crazy. Now we're going to be going over this right here. It's only 5 minutes. 5 minutes. But I want y'all to listen. I can't show it because you know how they'll copyright and flag your shit. But we're just going to play the audio, but I'll show y'all some pictures of them for entertainment purposes. So I want to see what y'all infer from goddamn this shit right here. Let's get it. Fair use.
Well, by 2011, you guys decided to do the reality show with the family hustle. You know, with the track record of reality shows, you know, a lot of times you see, you know, couples like Hulk Hogan and his wife happily married for 100 years. Then they do a reality show, and then next thing you know, they're divorcing, and you know, his wife is dating an 18-year-old, and it just ends up being somewhat of a mess. You know, but you're actually executive producing this show. So did you feel like having your hands in that part of the business would prevent that?
Well, I mean, I know that it was a big issue in my household because we spoke about it, you know, at first, you know, first of all, in 2009, I did my first reality show, which was Tiny and Toya, with me and just Toya, you know, Toya Wright, which is Lil Wayne's baby mother and an ex-wife at the time. And so we did our show. It was very successful. And it brought on, you know, me trying to get Tip to let us do a family show, and he wasn't really with it. And then once he got out, I know he wanted to, I guess, you know, show himself. He was kind of like, you know, just a lot of bad stigma. I want to show himself in a different light. And he kind of agreed to work with us and do it. But he was also, you know, that was his biggest thing. Like, everybody gets together and they break up. You know, you see all the couples and the Bobby Brown and Whitney and this and that. And, you know, and I got it. You know, and I was definitely afraid of that. And it did put some strain on our relationship. If you see him, you know, we, you know, was about to divorce here and there and breaking up here and there. But it also still brought us close to at the same time, and we're still like fighting it out. We're still here together, you know, at the end of the day.
You know, you guys went on Red Table Talk, you and T.I. talk about how you guys almost got divorced.
Mm-hmm.
How stressful was that whole time?
I mean, it was pretty stressful because, you know, I was going through what I was going through, you know, within myself. But once I filed, you know, everything becomes public record. And, you know, you file, you want to deal with things privately, but at the same time, there's no way to be private in that, you know, when you're dealing with a celebrity couple and they're trying to go through marital issues. And it just put a lot of, you know, a lot of back and forth, a lot more strain on just what we had going on. And for a while, it went on for a while, you know, and I think that it just made us see like what we were, you know, are we really ready to go that far, or do we really want to fight? Like, what is it? You know what I'm saying? Is it worth fighting for? It kind of made us see what we had within each other, and if we really felt like it was worth it, you know, it brought us back.
Right. I remember on the show on Red Table Talk, you said that you've never slept with anyone else, and he said, I've never been dishonest with you. And it was sort of this kind of people are trying to kind of decipher that whole thing. How did you take that statement?
Period.
Yeah.
That's how you know it's a lie.
He says.
What's really, you know, I mean, because you see so many, you know, so many couples getting divorced. And it seems like, wasn't the timing of the divorce right after you guys had a baby?
Yep.
Yeah. And that's when you usually see it. Like right after the baby comes, and, you know, sometimes the woman goes through, you know, the postpartum depression. I don't know if you went through that or not, but a lot of women do. And suddenly you have this whole new situation. You know, you got a newborn baby, and there's all these responsibilities, even if you have nannies. Was that really the cause of triggering the divorce? And then afterwards,
I think for me, I did have postpartum depression, but not with Eris. Mainly with Major, and I don't really know why. You know what I'm saying? I kind of wasn't used to ever having it, And then I caught myself like feeling like, oh dang, you're really dealing with it. I just feel like when you have a baby, I don't know what it is, it puts a lot of strain on the relationship. And especially after, I don't know what it is. Some first like 4 or 5 months after, it's like, I don't know what it is, but it's something that it is that, I mean, maybe the woman is caring to the baby so much, the man needs attention. It's just like, it's ridiculous, it's crazy, but something goes wrong in between that time of carrying the baby and after you have the baby. And once you get back on your feet and you got your stuff together, you can kind of like maneuver, everything starts to come full circle for you, and whether or not you're being with the father or not, you kind of got a grasp on what how you going to handle things and how you going to move. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like,
Huh?
Her voice is so annoying.
yeah, thank you. I'm glad I'm doing
She sounded dumb, dog. I'm sorry, man. She sounds dumb.
Joe, we can't hear you. You on mute.
Are you high again? That CBD got your mic up?
No, but he was on mute and he was like going in.
I was getting mad when it's a good thing I did mute myself. That voice gotta be angry as hell. If you gotta listen to that shit every fucking day you wake up.
But all bullshit
I would have
aside,
took myself
though.
to the VA a long time ago.
Oh my goodness. All BS to the side, though. That postpartum depression that she touched on is very real. And unfortunately, a lot of men, and I'm sure D. Darrell can speak on that, a lot of men don't recognize it. And they probably, and this is just even in normal relationships. I don't give a fuck about them, but just even in normal relationships, men don't recognize the postpartum depression. And they're like, oh, she don't want to sleep with me no more. Oh, she done gained weight. Oh, she not, doing all the things she used to do. Like, and they don't realize the hormonal changes that women go through after they have a child.
I think she's had birth problems.
It is so true.
Go ahead, Leader.
Yeah, what I think that and she brought up a good point, because a lot of men don't provide enough support emotionally and physically for their wives or girlfriends or whomever during this, particularly the first, I would say primarily, which the onset usually occurs within the first 3 to 6 months. They don't provide enough support to women in that period in which the child is developing and you're getting acclimated to being a mother. And it doesn't really matter how many children you have or how experienced you are in being a mother and having multiple kids. That your body is recovering, you're mentally trying to recover, and you need all the support that you can get. And a lot of men, unfortunately, can be selfish in that period of time. That the female is recovering from giving from giving birth, and they're focusing on what they're missing as far as what they were experiencing before she gave birth. And I think that it's important for men, and particularly black men, because we're in a black space, that black men become more cognizant of their mate going through the physical and mental rigors day to day of trying to take care of themselves and also attempting to take care of a newborn child. And I think that it's important, being that you all are together to provide that ongoing support. And it's not saying that you're going to in any way dissolve the fact of her experiencing postpartum depression, but what you're doing is minimizing those day-to-day situations in which that female can be overwhelmed and she may start crying for no reason. She may be tired, can't sleep, just not being herself. Being the fact that you are providing some level of support can do a great deal in reducing those symptoms from occurring. And let's be honest,
But when we think about T.I. and a lot of guys, I don't see, and I'm just hypothesizing. I don't know what the household was looking like, but I would think that probably while she was going through this process, T.I. probably wasn't home a lot.
Right.
He probably was out doing a whole lot of things. He was
doing shows,
and he wasn't there to provide that support. And they probably, I know they had family members there. She had her family members. He had here. But
this during the last baby.
On some of the comments in the chat, and based on some of the comments in the chat, I can see that men don't give a fuck about postpartum depression. So move on.
Now,
I wouldn't go that far. I would say that a lot of them are not.
A therapist would not be better than that than a. I'm sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you, but Brother Speak said, wouldn't a therapist be better for that than a man? No, a therapist wouldn't, because a therapist, we're operating from a position of objectivity, and I don't have the bond that a partner should have, a male partner should have towards his wife or girlfriend.
D. Durrell.
Okay, well, hold up. Well, this is where I might have. Now, this is why I would have to disagree with that. I think that we're limited when you're talking about crying. Postpartum, you got advanced cases of it. You have it where it comes on, it goes away. It's self-healed from women just by simply.
No, it's not.
No, it is, because I know.
Platinum. I'm an expert.
Well, if you go to if you are in the.
Are you an expert?
No, well, I'm not expert in postpartum depression.
I know,
no,
you're not an expert in this period.
In what, depression?
You're not an expert in this. It cannot postpartum can lead to suicide.
I said certain.
What are you talking about? It is not self-healing. This is not self-healing.
Okay,
you're using the wrong. You want to use another term?
Okay, hold on. Let me finish, and then you can correct me. All right. Okay, what I'm saying is that if you're in a relationship and a woman is going through postpartum depression, as the person in the chat recommended, if there's serious bouts of there's depression, crying fits, situations where she doesn't want you around, she's completely a different person, there is a period where you might want to seek a therapist. You suggested that might be a bad idea. Well, if the man
I didn't say that was a bad idea. I said that a therapist cannot replace a husband or a partner.
Of course not. But I'm saying for that particular condition, I'm telling you, I'm a man and you are right. Now we agree. I am not able to help her during that time. So, but if you're suggesting I'm the husband, I'm the man, I should be around her and deal with her, then she's going to have to accept my limited ability to help her. And I will pass the mic to you now.
Okay.
Now hold on. Let me help.
Okay.
Let me help you out with this. Around the time when she was pregnant, I just want to help you out filling the gap. I was thinking about it. What was happening around that time? I know y'all want to say T.I. was busy doing shows. He actually wasn't doing that. He actually was auditioning 1,600 strippers for a strip club. Sorry, like he was trying to get a strip club jumping and actually got ran through. I'm just saying, I'm trying to help y'all. So that kind of was fucking alone, you know what I'm saying? Your wife is, dealing with stillborn and PTSD, and you got 1,600 strippers walking in and out of FaceTime with your man. I don't know. I mean, you got game. I'll give it. But the facts don't lie. Around the time of the baby, that nigga was doing strip club shit. That nigga didn't get fucked by no damn baby. That nigga was doing strip club.
If we're to be fair,
was running through them strippers too.
If we to be fair, T.I. never gave a fuck about the marriage. I mean, he wanted to get signed. He got signed, and they hung out together for 10 years. But they don't have to be married. Somebody said they're not
didn't
married.
Predict the kid with her.
Yeah, I'm just saying he got signed. She stayed. They were together. They had a couple of kids, but T.I.'s always been out there. As far as they're not even married,
and he had kids before he met her.
Yeah, other than. They've been together in common law. They're not married.
Okay. So you're saying T.I. says they're not married.
Well, the thing that she filed for divorce. But the thing says you filed for divorce, though. So
Okay, well, it's saying the lawyer's saying that
you can't
that they
file for
never.
divorce
It's
if
the
you're
difference between
Well, it's
filing and finalization.
okay. Well, I don't know. I'm neither one of them.
But
So
if you're not married, you can't file for divorce.
well, if they've been together for a certain period of time and they have kids, I think the law sees them as married. Some kind of way they're connected. So I mean, I don't know what you call
I
it,
think
but
somebody lying.
But
I think somebody lying.
okay, well, or they could be married. You know, I know about as much of this as you do.
No. Okay, no. Like I said, this is why we're here. Now, y'all know before I come out with anything, I like to do my research. I like to find out why. But everybody says, well, we always hear, well, why didn't you just run away? Why didn't you just leave? Well, you got to put together the pieces towards to make a loaf of bread. So what went on to happen, you understand, no matter what, marriage is a business. But what happened was they, around that time of the year, you gotta look at the dates of everything, T.I. had to file for bankruptcy. T.I. and Tiny's money are tied together. One files for bankruptcy, the other one has to eat the cost.
And that's why they're not getting a divorce. They're both, especially her, accustomed to that lifestyle too damn much. She's not gonna leave that man.
Now, hold on now, because here's the thing about it. If you pay the IRS so many times, if you start doing payments with the IRS, you can get some things levied up. Like that's if I'm a bankruptcy, and I'm just showing y'all. Like I'm just show you. Now the T.I. Now back then
that was just one business though.
Oh no, trust me, a lot of stuff started failing. Like a lot of things started failing. Like Tamika is actually more business savvy than he is. Tamika is. It's not him. Like the TV show, that's Tamika's. I'm not taking from T.I. that he's not a good. Sometimes we gotta understand, y'all. Like we gotta understand. In a relationship, sometimes your partner, you get what I'm saying, might be better at some things better than you are. Hustling in the streets is different than being in the business office. You get what I'm saying? Like you can't cut corners when they start coming to the zeros. You can only get away with so much shit. Like this is why a lot of these artists and rappers get fucked up in the fine line because they don't know how to navigate through the paperwork. Look at Eazy-E. He didn't know the shit. Who knew the paperwork? His girl did. His mama did. They had to help.
Nipsey Hussle.
No offense, but Nipsey Hussle shit. I mean, like a lot of these hustling in the street. That's why I try to tell y'all. When y'all say y'all are hustlers, that's a different ball game than when you're actually out there. And I always find it interesting when I hear people talk about it. We got two people that I guess they want to come up and say something, but I got the six that I need. But I'm just letting y'all know. So
we got to move on from T.I. if you can do the other two stuff.
Yeah, I got to get out. Yeah,
because we've been here 38.
Right. So the bankruptcy thing, you get what I'm saying, D. Darrell? Like he's good at hustling. I won't take that from him. But Tamika, no offense, but she had the show. Like literally, she was smart with that. You're in debt. If you do this show, this possibly could try to get you out of debt. Like you just got to do the show. He didn't want to do the show. I agree with Black. He said, I don't want to do this damn show. Like, fuck this show. Most artists don't think like that. I mean, they don't think like go do movies and other stuff. She started getting him into that kind of stuff. That's a lot different. You feel what I'm saying? You picking on what I'm saying, Ruby? Like, for once, I gotta give it to the wife. Like, the wife kind of said, yo, you might want to change your image because you're not really marketable. Like, you just on Crime Stoppers talking about snitching. So let's try to help you get some kind of family image. Once he had the family image, you started seeing T.I. in movies, takers, kid movies, TV shows and stuff. I mean, kid shows and stuff, because his wife was changing the branding of the image so he was more marketable, so he can get him more money. That rapper money ain't shit. It's not. You got to get new avenues of hustle. But look at Chris Brown. Before he had the tattoos, he was doing movies. Now that he got the tattoos, you don't see Chris Brown on movies. You can't market that. What's going on, Ruby? Before we pass it on, and I got Speak and thing that I wanted to say something before I go to my next stuff.
Damn, that's a good point. I haven't seen Chris Brown in a movie in a while.
You get tatted up.
BMT, I hate to say this. I want to interact. I'm gonna say to these guys that are trying to argue with me over something I've been doing for over 20 years.
What are they trying to argue about?
I'm not going to acknowledge.
Can we move on though? Can we move on?
I know
you are acknowledging them.
You're trying to educate somebody on something, and because I don't fit your narrative, you want to argue and tell me what I'm right or wrong about when you don't talk about it.
Yeah, you're giving them life, so just don't. I don't even acknowledge them when they do that. So now, with that being said, I want to say this. I haven't seen much of their little TV show, but it was not this year that I saw many different interactions between T.I. and Tiny. And I think that as much as he's allowing Tiny to kind of, I don't know, be the one saying, I want to walk away because I'm strong and powerful and I am woman, especially for his image, I think he is the one who doesn't love her and doesn't want to be with her. He doesn't want her anymore. He's done with her, right? And ultimately, I think he's been done with her since probably before the show started. But again, to clean up his image and whatever. And she sees the bigger picture, which is that if his image is cleaner and whatever, it might help her career, which it kind of almost did. And, but ultimately it will help their children. So, okay, let's go do this thing. Let's go play this game. We'll play happy family and whatever. And, but I think ultimately it just came down to T.I. doesn't want her anymore. So we got to stop putting the ball in her court. I think he's allowing that to happen, A, for his image, and B, so that way, she doesn't have so much mud on her face because she stayed countless times while he cheated. And now he's like, yeah, I don't want you after all. But I think that's what it is. He don't want her. And so they are going to divorce because he doesn't want her. He's got another thing lined up.
No, I think that she wants to change the dynamics of the relationship. She should go back to being the dependable stay-at-home mom, former singer, Mrs. T.I.
No, ever. That was not the dynamics of the relationship. It certainly was the dynamic.
When's the last
but
time
that's
she
not how they
performed?
started. That's not how they started, right off the bat. But she didn't just sit at home this whole time while T.I. was rapping. So let's not try to play it off like that. No, she just got old. Listen, it comes down to she got old. You know what I mean? She don't got that little baby body anymore. And at the end of the day, like a lot of guys who come up, he's seeing the younger, shinier prizes, and he wants one on his arm. That's what it is. And the only reason why he's doing this is for his family. Let's play happy family for a little while, clean up my image. I'm the one who can make the money right now, so let's do this. And she probably kind of got lost in it. Like, we'll do this forever, and I get to keep my family this way a little bit longer. And then she realized he ain't playing that game. No, this is literally just for TV. I don't want you.
He's never played that game, but I'm saying the divorce is coming from her, not from him. I think he's fine with the dynamic as long as she would, just give him babies and stay at home, and he can still go out. T.I.'s got a couple of kids outside the marriage, and I know she don't think he's faithful, but I mean,
but T.I. has said he doesn't want to be married to her.
He had those kids before they met. He hadn't had, faithful or not.
In the last 10 years, he hadn't had any kids outside his marriage or this union they have.
And we don't know about shit.
Okay, because we don't know about something other than that. No. Okay. All right. Well, let me just find out facts before I say it. Okay.
Well, and you can look it up too, because T.I. has said, he said in 2017, he said in 2018, he said in 2019, he doesn't want her anymore. Like, we could look at Tiny. See, here's the thing. Men will stay in a miserable marriage they don't want anymore and not initiate divorce. It doesn't mean they want to be married to that woman. It just means they're just going to act like they're single anyway. Women will initiate divorces, right? Because women actually won't be helped by staying in a marriage, even though they're miserable. Now, I understand that, the guys might try to disagree with this, but that's actually what the statistics show. When we see that marriage gives you a 40% increase on success in life, men will get that increase whether their marriage is miserable or not. Women do not. And that's why women are more likely to file anyway. But in this case, I think that she is filing because it helps his image.
Regardless? It says T.I. confirms T.I. has had a baby outside his marriage 2014 right here.
Oh, Lord, Tip. God damn, dog.
And it's interesting right here, 2017. What does it say? Oh, T.I. expected January 8th, 2017. T.I. expecting 2 children this spring, neither with wife Tiny.
Oh God, damn
Shit, expeditiously.
So I don't understand what she's complaining about. I mean,
that's all that shocking. So,
you gonna need the whole blood of BH1 to protect you, bro.
And he calls himself the rubber band man, but can't wrap it up.
Can't wrap it up. But he don't want his daughter.
But you know what? That's probably why they're splitting up, because she don't want to have nothing to do with that child support order. She don't want to have nothing to do with that child support order. So it's probably a good idea that they divorce.
I'm trying to figure out of the 1,600 strippers that they try to keep in their little stable. Like I said, after a while, listen, bro, you got to just realize that, hey, man, you put a monkey in a goddamn banana factory, they're gonna go ape shit. And I should have known. You should have just.
It's a lot of people up here who hasn't spoken yet.
Yeah. Let's go ahead. We got Real Deal, and we also have Brother Speak. There's a lot of stuff going on. We're trying to wrap it up with the T.I. Tip, and pretty much trying to get divorced. She said she's done with him. People say that they ain't done. What's your thoughts?
They're done, but they're not done. Like, they're done with each other, like, emotionally, but they're not done financially with each other.
Okay. So you're saying that okay, so they'll be still fooling around. She'll probably be covering the baby costs of the baby, that's probably somewhere down the street. They'll probably be meeting up with Wendy Williams, master baby, in somewhere down at that daycare. So they'll probably honestly, Wendy Williams and Tiny and all like we just all get together and just do a show and shit, just make that thing pop. I'd watch it. I'd watch it. House failures of ATL or East Coast. I'd watch that. What about you? Real Deal? Does this make you want to get married? Does this make you want to start a strip club? Anything to get your entrepreneurial spirit going?
I don't know what T.I. was thinking, doing some shit like that with 1,600 working girls like that. I don't know what the hell was going through his head.
He balling, bro. He only got a few of them pregnant. That damn platinum dropped that one. You need to go help T.I. with the game, man. I mean, he got this girl. Yo, them girls in Atlanta have no problem putting you on child support, bro. You are nothing more than a meat slab or a piece of goddamn free come up.
Now, do we have a prenuptial agreement?
Divorce is the ultimate come up.
Do we have a prenuptial agreement?
Ain't no strippers.
I got a question.
Getting no freedom. Ain't no stripper getting no freedom. You should have left your feelings inside of that condom.
Him and Tiny don't got a prenuptial agreement.
They've been married for a long time, so
if they did, it would be protecting Tiny, not him, because when they first started, Tiny was the one who had the money, and he didn't.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
My man Ted didn't have no bread.
No, because Escape was long before
back in the 90s.
Like he had a little
Escape
bit
was huge,
but not to where
let me tell you.
Okay, so they've been together that long. I thought
he was still a nickel and dime drug dealer at the time. But
real deal, I gotta let you know. No matter what T.I. says in that courtroom, if one of them one baby mama shows up, he done. Adultery in the eyes of the court supersedes all, baby. When that baby comes in there, who the fuck is that? Is that a Harris? Tiny, did you push that out? Oh, that ain't mine.
Little nigga say rubber band man.
Once you say that, hey, am I lying?
Nah, nigga.
Peter Rell, Black, come on, y'all. Once a baby comes in the equation, bro, yo, you could be
all bets are off.
All with that. Hey, she gonna walk. She get to make some demands now. If you done fucked up, you should have just rubbed.
Yeah, that's a flag on the play.
That's a flag, buddy.
I want to add that I don't know how familiar you guys are with strip clubs or especially black ones. As someone who's worked in them, it's everything you imagine that's going on. Yeah. So if he was in there, he was participating in the activities, and it's full set go.
I ain't never been in a black strip club, but I have been to a white one.
Well, I'm saying the management, especially management, yeah, they're getting it in. They're getting it in. They look at 1,600, man. So I can imagine they would put a strain on any man's marriage.
You know, if I could, I want to just say one thing. So apparently,
Platinum, you been to Magic City?
Bro
well, I
Speak
don't know.
hasn't spoken yet.
Yeah, we can't ask Bro Speak.
Is he there?
Yeah,
Bro Speak,
I'm
you
right
been to
here.
Magic City?
Go ahead, Bro Speak.
Yes, I've been to Magic City, but go ahead, finish.
Go, Bro Speak.
Yeah.
I just want to
Yeah,
clarify when they got married, but
This some nigga shit right here.
Yeah, I just don't think I think, well, you know what, if she's really real about it, like they said, now would be the perfect time, because if he's got 2 babies on the way, that child support's gonna be a motherfucker. So now if she wants to get the max money, now would be the time, because if she don't and those kids come in, now that's money taken away from potential money that she could get, because the court gonna probably look at that. Okay, you're taking away money from these children, so now would probably be the best time to do the divorce, if she's going to do it at all. I'm kind of leery on that, because this dude had a baby outside the marriage before. Why would you didn't divorce him then? You gonna do it now?
He was finally making that paper.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. So if she want the max money now that he's going to give her, yeah, now would be the time. Because once those babies, when the child support case come into, yeah, not only if he's taking out of his money, I mean, he's taking out of the family money. And like the other child's probably taking out of the family money now, so now would probably be the best time. But I don't know. It seems like it's more of a ruse. I don't see it happening. But if it does, oh well. I mean, is it really not expected? I mean, these two is just a business. There's no emotion in it. I mean, like they said, T.I. been saying he don't want to be married. He been not want to be married to her. He don't like her like that, like no more. He wants to be a free man. But
you know what? Everybody always talks that good shit, Brother Speak, while they're locked up or whatever shit that they're going through, because they know that's the only person that they know that probably comes in.
yeah, that's exactly what happened. They were supposed to get married in 2007, like officially married, and then the baby died and blah blah blah. Like he ran away from the wedding and then the baby died. It brought them back together. Then he caught his case. Then in prison, while she was sitting there trying to take care of his life for him while he was in prison, she said, "Are you ever gonna make an honest woman out of me or what?" And he said he did it because basically he didn't want to die without having ever been married like his daddy. So that was it. And then he came out of prison, and shortly thereafter, she couldn't find him, couldn't catch him, couldn't get him on the phone. Like, they didn't have a real relationship. Whatever they're trying to sell on TV,
they had an
not
organized
what they
entanglement.
had. Yeah, pretty much. It was a long-term
business
organized
arrangement.
entanglement. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It was a business
Exactly.
arrangement that with sex involved, basically. I mean, that's all it pretty much was. He saw her as an opportunity to get into the business. She saw a younger dude that she can control. There you go. And now he saw
hence why he married her.
So my question is this.
Hence why he married her in the first place.
Go ahead, Negro. Go ahead.
My question is, being that we have seen throughout social media and throughout entertainment in these particular areas of entertainment and so on, where we're seeing people who have shown to be dysfunctional in relationships and are living a lifestyle and a level that most people in our community can't relate to. Why are we looking at them in such a way in which they hold some level of answer to how we should operate or function in society, better yet a relationship or marriage? I'm not understanding it. What these people have time to time from one generation to another. We have a host of people in the entertainment business who have shown to be dysfunctional, who have shown to not value marriage and family. and so on. Why are we looking at? Why are we putting them on this pedestal? Why are we not just looking at it from merely the fact that it's just entertainment itself?
Because most
so many
people don't
can
have
live vicariously through them.
yeah, basically something like that. It's that their lives suck, so they see these people who they like listening to or like watching on TV, and they feel that they're better than them. That's their God. So whatever they gonna do, they will try to emulate. Unfortunately,
but you're not living, but you don't have the level. You're emulating people that are living in a whole different type of reality and so forth.
And the generation of men raised by
treat
women.
you the way they treat T.I. They're not treating you the way Tiny may be treated in certain circles. I mean, that to me, there's a lack of discernment in your life and their life when you're not operating on equal planes.
D-Darrell and Bro Speak real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back to I think it was either you said it, BMT, or Platinum said it. But look, why do we not look at these celebrities as just pastime entertainment? Whatnot? Well, look at this. If there's anybody who lives vicariously through celebrity or entertainment the most, it's women. And we are in a generation where men have mostly been raised by women. So why do you think young guys have like such a googly eyes towards fame and being a rapper or anything of the sorts of anything like that? I mean, when you're a generation of men raised by women, and then on top of that, you got women trying to always live vicariously through the celebrities and entertainment and what Lifetime tells them and all that bullshit and whatnot. I mean, this is the end result.
Well, Jay, I have to disagree with you on that because we have generations of black men who think they can make it to the NBA and make it to the NFL, and they don't have a lick of talent. So that goes on both ends of it, whether you're raised by a mother or not.
But that's just sports.
That's been a disease.
Exception to the rule.
That's been a disease of us
It's not
as
just
a people
sports.
as a whole.
Who didn't want to be Michael Jackson? Who didn't want to be? I mean, I think we have to be a little bit more honest about it, which this is what it comes down to, especially for black people on this continent. We are told that the only way we can be successful is through entertainment. So therefore, all of these stars, all these people who are in the media, that is the height of the best we can be. And so we all want to get there. We are, from the time we're very small, we don't think about running a Fortune 500 company or becoming a judge or something. We think about wanting to be a singer or a musician or a sports star or something, because we're told that that's the height of who we can be. So we look at all these people because they've made it to the height of the ceiling of black people. And so therefore they are our examples because we want to be them. And so when they're going through this, that, or the next thing, we go, well, shoot, if they're at the top and that's what they're going through, imagine how much worse the women or the men down here are, if that's how the guys all the way up there who made it are being. That's really what it comes down to.
I mean, I'll put it like this simple. Y'all really think Will and Jada gave a fuck for what people were saying in this space of YouTube about their life? Like Will and Jada, like, oh my God, Will is so weak. Oh my God, Jada's such a streaker. Like, y'all shut up, because the minute one of them would have rolled up to your house, your ass would have jumped like a little child in the backseat of their car and rolled along with it. Like, well, let's stop playing these things. Like, again, like they told y'all, like I done told y'all, like like Ruby, like a lot of people done told y'all. Y'all do not live their life the way how they see the world is different from you. Somebody that literally making 7 figures, literally, y'all still trying to figure out about a dude who sells Avon, thinking that's some fucking bad. But the people that literally have to file, like they have to have accountants to file their shit, that literally to get to them, you have to talk to people, and the only way you hear about stuff is you're talking to their goddamn butler to find out what you think that they were talking about at the dining room table. Like, you'll never get close to them people. I never understood why people like, did you hear what Beyonce said to Jay-Z? If I was him, I would slap him face. No, you wouldn't. That's Jay-Z's problem, not your problem. Not your problem. Y'all, it's when you're trying to instill. So how does the parent say stay in a child's place? Well, that's a millionaire's place. That's their place. They're not them. I'm not trying to be. but how they view the world. Some of y'all talk that shit. I would never fuck Precious from that movie. Bullshit. Because honestly, if the broad told
But
me,
that
hey,
baby mama looked just like her.
and I ride all through Walgreens and Walmart,
or worse.
and y'all be so happily caked up with a broad that looks just like her during tax season, saying this is my queen. So that's why I be trying to say, like,
Or worse.
if you on the cap, bro, the cap is real in this goddamn motherfucker, bro. But
it is a certain amount of interest though in those celebrities. When you look at a T.I. and a Tiny, you look at Tiny and her I guess argumentatively attractive face. I guess it's debatable, but and you would say, why would a man spend time with her and it can't be real? And then you see the divorces, and you see the kids, and I'm bringing up the divorce and kids here, and I'll fake, half of divorce and force. I'm trying to paint them in a corner, and then she's struggling to try to have a family. So when people, just a common man, sees it, he sees it's not a big deal. Say, man, you know what? Money ain't the answer to everything. Just take a look around you. We can have happiness right here, broke or minimum wage, if we want it. If we work together. We don't have it. So I'm saying everything's so hedged about money in our society.
No. You're right about that, but it's like those people's problem. Yes, they are identifiable. This thing about it that people like to look at, because we know a Tiny, we know a T.I., we know a nigga and a woman that literally they just put up with each other. They are on struggle bond mode. They literally have been a lot of these YouTubers are on struggle bond mode. We hear it in the background when we look at their lives today. But literally, it's not what they practice, what they preach. A lot of people say that they're going to leave or do whatever they do. They're right back the next day in the chat or doing whatever they do. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I agree with J.D. Rich when he said, hey, like, she'll probably get right back. Or literally, he might call up on them cold nights. If she don't get a young nigga or a young nigga rapper, and let's be honest, T.I. has a jealous problem. He has a jealousy problem. Motherfucker trying to cap like, oh, well, he can go get a broad. But the minute Floyd Mayweather said, check your bitch, if he really had it like that, he wouldn't have been jumping when Mayweather said that. See, he wasn't going to run up on no Mayweather. That would have been it for him. Mayweather said, you want the smoke? I'm right here, baby. I'm not running. He got protected that day. But on the real shit, somebody with more money, more clout, more hands than you literally touched your woman. And guess who? Who took Kanye back? T.I. did. If he really had it like that, he would have been like, good, now's my way out from her. He didn't take it. That means they both are in like some kind of parasitic relationship of trauma bond fucking that makes bad decisions. But we get that shit. I understand it. Y'all guys, let me go ahead and do the commercial time. You already know it's the favorite time of the season. Commercial time. No, it's not Avon. No, it's not doggone Walmart. It's BMT's commercial time, where we get to show off channels that literally actually are pretty fucking dope.
That's different.
So let me go ahead and show off these channels right here, y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell y'all right now, man, I need y'all to go check out my guy, Platinum Elite, man. Y'all want the side of the game that talks about relationship, talk about bitch broken men, and goddamn how to deal with women and masculinity and being a man on your own shit? Go to Platinum Elite. You're not going to get the silver game. You're not going to get the gold game. You're going to get the Platinum Elite game. So go check out Platinum Elite. Practice them. So next, you also have Classic Ruby. Now, she's a whole new slice. Don't let her face fool you. She literally will analytically break you down. Not like RBR, who likes trying to get up, but literally she's in her own league, in her own right. Literally going over topics. We really need her to start making some content. But literally, shout out, no, Ruby, we already had to talk. You need to make some more content. I told you.
And also, well, you know what? If you go to playlists right there at the top, so on the playlist, because I might not actually make a lot of content, but on my playlists, I have, so for example, this panel will go under my guest speeches, right? Ruby guest panel appearances, and then my advice panel on Friday, my news panel on Saturdays. Those are all there too. So even though I don't make content, I am on a lot of panels, and you can find them all here. So.
You know, I recant what I
You're
just
so
said.
organized.
You better put me down
Thank
at
you. Thank you.
put me down at BMT goddamn panel. Look, fuck that. I want my own panel shit.
Okay, you know what? I should actually because it's a lot. There is a lot, so I'm gonna separate it.
Please do. God, I hope I get my own.
I
my own
apologize. I apologize.
Thank you.
I just did it, so it's
you.
new.
So, but if you guys, please, if y'all want to catch some way back dope content, check out Ruby with in Shar and Just Ask Shar. They literally go over news. They do radio. They do podcasting. I told y'all, there's more to the game other than just YouTube. I've been off YouTube for a while doing radio and podcast. No, I'm not telling you niggas because y'all niggas fuck up everything that I have that I built. So stay the fuck away from me. But I love it. My brother, the R&B artist, the chocolate therapist, literally, he's trying to counsel y'all, and basically, I see why he's put on the shades because he's like, "Yo, these people are wild." But literally, my family need around. Literally, they try to hold him back, but literally, shout out to you, brother. You back at a K, you back at a stack. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the man makes music, the man makes content. He speaks about Umar Johnson. He speaks about literally buying black, supporting black. He goes on politics, therapy. Literally, there's nothing taboo that this man has not discussed or gotten into. He ain't no punk to clap back at people when it comes to the intellect level. If you're willing to go at him about that, so check out D Darrell. Bitch, I need you to send me your stuff. And also I need Brother Speak to send me stuff. I also gotta let me pull up my little homie, Real Deal Finance. I almost so forgot about it. Got a lot of y'all. No, Jay does not have her own channel. She does not have her own channel. You'll find Jay through me. That's all y'all gonna find Jay. Jay does not have time to be on y'all the panels, so y'all stop it. I'm not gonna send her to y'all channels. Stop it. So Jay, if you want Jay, you'll come through me. I know that sounds like, well, fuck her. Well, guess what? I'm the gatekeeper.
And you gotta pay.
And I gotta pay. I gotta pay. Y'all gotta pay, damn it. Y'all think listen, I have to cash out my people. They have no shame in messaging me, hey, money. Like they don't have to take all those cash app. Like I tell y'all, man, this is the business, man. The business game is cold, man. And shout out to my brother, Real Deal Financial. If you need somebody to help you tell you how to get your money right, like I said,
I ain't got a wrench. I need a wrench, cuz.
God damn it. You want a wrench too? Listen, man.
You gave Platinum a wrench, cuz, so.
Platinum already? Oh my God, we literally had to do
Platinum setting up shop right now. I see his channel and shit.
Is he really doing it?
My man is setting up shop already, so give me a lynch, cuz. I've been here for 2 years, my nigga. Damn.
Oh, I didn't even think of doing that. Oh, I'll do that. Okay. I'll drop my link.
I got you, Ruby, and I got Darrell.
Platinum, my man.
Thank you, darling. Thank you.
I already subscribed to my man Platinum.
You during my commercial. This is what I do. So anyway, y'all. But I love my
BMT, I got love for you, but man, you trifling, dog. Oh, how you didn't give me no dick?
I told y'all it's not sweet for me.
Yeah.
I get attacked anytime by my people. I be swearing, boy. Who needs enemies when you got your own co-host and people that been fucking with you for so long? They'll trail. What the fuck is my rate? Where's my account?
If you're into anime, comedy skits, or anything like that, you know what I'm saying, follow my channel at J.
Oh yeah, you have to plug his channel too.
Okay.
I will.
Your channel in the back chat.
This is what happens when you have a lot of people up here.
Yes, that does happen.
Yeah.
See, y'all make it fucking hard for me. This long.
Oh yeah, and I want to just say that if you're into One Piece, that specific anime, I had an interview, and I cover this interview because big news. One Piece is being made into a live action, and I had a chance to speak with the director, Matt Owens himself. So if you want to know about that, I will be talking about that on my channel pretty soon because there's been 3 new chapters that have been uploaded, and I haven't read them, and I will be reading. So I'm going to be bringing a lot of reviews and takes and whatnot.
JD Rich, we're going to have a talk behind closed doors. What you talking about?
You right.
I just put it in.
Oh Lord, I'm very leery of that one, just because I've seen flashbacks of Dragon Ball, that Dragon Ball Live.
Now, hang on. Now, let me get. I gotta get to the next.
And it's coming to Netflix. It's gonna be a live action.
I won't get me in trouble with Jay, and I don't feel like getting in trouble with the manager. I've already got a text saying the manager saying, "Hurry the fuck up." So I gotta get on to the next thing. Now, the next bit of press that we have to get into is A Boogie with the hoodie. Do y'all know who he is?
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
No.
we know.
No,
Maybe I might be
don't.
I might
I'm
be
sorry.
too old to know who he is. Like who the fuck is he?
I have no idea.
He
Yeah, New York.
Don't
Yeah,
give
New
a
York.
fuck.
Nigga.
My son like
Yeah, New York, nigga.
This is my shoe.
She don't know, but she might turn her deck. You better watch out, Jay. That's that young.
Just the name A Boogie with a hoodie. I'm already tuned out.
I don't know how.
Oh, that's his whole name. Damn.
He actually
Okay.
talented. He actually talented. He actually real good.
He can play the piano.
Yeah,
he actually is, man.
Now, A Boogie with the hoodie. He has a net worth of $5 million. He had a net worth of $5 million. Now, that's a long. He probably should have changed his goddamn. Probably should change his name. That's a long ass name. But he is pretty good. A Boogie with the hoodie net worth. A Boogie with the hoodie. Let's call him Boogie.
He's
an American pop recording artist and rapper producer. He has a net worth of $5 million. Boogie was born in Highbridge, Bronx, New York City, New York, DC, 1995. His debut mixtape artist, blah blah blah. So pretty much, he's done quite a few things. He's met with quite a few people. He's collaborated with other artists, Little Baby, P&B, Rock, Fabulous, Young Scooter. I don't know who none of those niggas are, but just Fabulous. So, yeah. And he has streamed over 83 million times in a week. So I guess that's a lot when you are streaming a lot. So we have to ask the question, why a $5 million rapper hit the news this week? I told you, y'all. I know y'all don't like Gabrielle Union, but Gabrielle Union wasn't lying when she said a lot of people flexing that they got money are not what they come off to be. And
what's somebody's net worth? So we're clear. Someone's net worth doesn't mean that's how much money they have in the bank. So
yes, she likes to burst bubbles, of people. That's why I love it. Rapper A Boogie with the hoodie arrested after raid at New Jersey home. Now, why would the white man bother a high value millionaire Boogie?
Oh no! Don't say high value.
I'm sorry, but he's high value. He would be high value. So a Bronx-born rapper arrested after cops found in an arsenal of guns and some marijuana during a raid at his New Jersey home. Prosecutors said Tuesday, Boogie with the hoodie, whose real name or artist The Voice, was hit with weapons and marijuana possession charges, according to the Bergen County Prosecutor's Office. Law enforcement authorities executed a search warrant at the 25-year-old artist's home in Demarest on Monday. Officials didn't say what their investigation was in connection to. The search turned up 4 handguns, hollow point bullets, various high-capacity magazines, as well as weed and drug paraphernalia. Ooh, that's going to get him federal time right there. Prosecutors said a personal security guard at the home, 33-year-old Quayshawn Hagler, was also charged with illegal weapon possession. NewJersey.com reported, and a Boogie manager, Sambula Kamara, was slapped with a drug charge after cops searched his home in Banglefield and found marijuana possession. Said the arrest came a day after a shooting broke out across the street from the 10 nightclub where the rapper was celebrating his 25th birthday. However, authorities said A Boogie arrest was not related to the shooting. So let's stop it right there. I gotta be real with you. I don't think.
I stopped after the illegal guns in his house, but okay, you want to stop there?
Listen. Jay, do you think that this is probably the last of rappers that are going to be getting caught up this year? But we're seeing quite
absolutely not. Didn't Juice WRLD? It didn't. Was it Juice WRLD? Which one was it that was on the plane with
Juice
the
WRLD.
drugs?
Juice WRLD.
Right. After Juice WRLD had passed away, that I was reading something. I don't know if we talked about it or I was reading something, and they were saying that a lot of these rappers, it's what they get involved with, like these cartels and things of that nature, because it's easier for them to smuggle these guns and drugs because they don't get searched as much. So that's why they keep getting caught up because they keep doing dumb shit. So my second point would be, and then I'll pass it on. My second point would be is if in fact you are worth as much as you claim that you are worth, why would you not have your security detail go through the proper channels to be armed, protected?
That's what 50 Cent does. 50 Cent, his security checks in every city he comes in. If he come here from LA to Chicago to LA, his security pretty much meet up with the local police force in that area. Plus, a lot of them need armed security. A lot of them need armed security. Mo 3 shouldn't be dead.
Right, and I'm not doubt in New Jersey. And in New Jersey, I'm sure the gun laws are pretty sure if they're as strict as New York, but I mean up north, especially anyway, the tri-state, especially, the gun laws are pretty strict. So
the shit is strict.
You already knew what you was dealing with. New Jersey, New York, Connecticut, all of that stuff. Like you knew what you was dealing with. So again,
Lil Wayne got a felony.
Seems like you would go through the proper channels.
Lil Wayne got a felony in over Florida, just a possession.
Listen, y'all
in Florida or Jersey?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I'm talking about the one years ago, back in 2009 in New York, when he was coming off the bus.
Oh. He got
coming off the train. My bad.
No, Lil Wayne's in trouble now. I could kiss Lil Wayne and ask why. That dude covered. No, y'all lost Wayne. Y'all lost Weezy. Like I don't know why y'all listen, bro. I'm trying to tell you right now. They're gonna be cleaning up, and I'm not sure if y'all can blame the black women for this one, brothers. They're gonna be cleaning y'all asses up. They're gonna be cleaning y'all up off the street. Like y'all better get ready for the reckoning. Y'all might want to start going to gospel rap or talking about what y'all talking about, because
no secular shit.
Y'all better find a new hustle. Listen, man. Y'all might want to learn to be lame, because they're gonna get y'all asses, man. They're gonna get you.
So Royalty said that Crew Royalty said that that's a lie. What's a lie? That you can't get higher proper security? That's not a lie. He needs to hire proper security, period.
Oh, he got a second-degree gun charge. Probably.
Stop dealing with this. See, and that's the problem. What?
Go ahead. No. I'm just curious, because here's the thing about
I was just gonna say the issue with a lot of these folks. A lot of these folks want to bring along the folks that they came up with, so they bring it along the folks they came up with who got fucking felonies. There lies the problem. Go ahead, Joe.
Now, okay. So here's the thing about it. All that I'm saying is this, though. It don't cost no money to hire the proper. It's nothing to do the proper channels and stuff. Like it's not hard. Literally, you got security groups that you can literally hire somebody who. You can literally find somebody who actually has a clean record and literally has a right to conceal carry, and to get an actual 47 state certification, it's really $120. Like, are you saying you that broke and cheap that you can't spend $120? Get them a handgun, or literally go get them some goddamn close quarters classes. And I mean, honestly, that's literally the proper stuff. You only need who's the dude who run that show, that white boy that has that big dude, big and rich or whatever. That's his personal security, and he's qualified. He's more qualified. So,
talking about Rob Dyrdek. That Rob Dyrdek dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's a security. That's a security and a sprint. Like literally.
Well,
I mean, go ahead, Bruce. Is this something with a white
well,
man?
do you also think there is an image issue?
What do you mean by image issue?
I mean, wouldn't you think there's an image issue for him to be hiring security? Because it just shows that you're not really street.
Man, 50 Cent had security since 2003 after he got shot. With still trying to carry that gangster persona, so it can be done. The shit can be done.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I just think, and then how old is this rapper anyway? I'm trying to, so I can.
20.
I don't know.
What? 22.
22.
Hey,
okay, well then.
22.
Let me see what the problem is.
Okay, 25.
20. Okay, he's still somewhat young, so he hasn't fully matured yet. So
that's no excuse. Yeah.
He's still probably hanging with the same.
Like, if you can take the man out of the hood, but you can't take the hood out of the man. That's why it's so important to take them out. This is why it's so important to take kids out of certain situations before they hit late childhood, because your trajectory as far as the way you see life is set. So unfortunately, now you have billions of dollars or whatever. It doesn't change that mentality of, but I could just turn this and look how much money I'm going to make. And it's a 3-hour deal and boom, that's it. Right? It doesn't change that mentality. And that's how they keep getting caught up.
So let's look at this. So, all right, you saying it's an image thing. Do y'all remember this? When I'm playing? You remember this picture right here? When he did this?
All three, y'all.
Y'all remember when he showed up with all these people in the Breakfast Club? I remember that? Put some respect on my name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Don't say my name no more.
I don't really look at the niggas as security. Those are just niggas who he claims as security, but those are really just day one niggas mooching off of him.
But he showed up.
He did. He did.
That's his security that they be walking around with all these goons, but most of these dudes be having doggone felonies. Be having all kind of charges, and all they be doing is taking chains and all kind of stuff on them, but literally 8 person.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. It's supposed to be like that. They're supposed to be disposable. They're supposed to be willing to catch a charge for your success. The whole point of them getting to be a part of your lavish lifestyle is they're willing to, they're people goons. They're gonna go and get your enemies.
Take the heat.
Yeah. So when being from the hood, what he did to the Breakfast Club. Now I had to admit, watching it happen on the Breakfast Club was shocking. But I've seen guys do that. I mean, when you owe a guy some money, say he owes you $200, he said, "I'll be by there in a minute." He shows up. He's got 5 dudes with him. They all want to come inside. He's like, "Well, no, just give me the money." No, bro, hold up for a minute. They all sit on the couch, and all of a sudden, it's what it is. They're gonna see if you. I dare you to ask me about it, because I'm gonna be like, "Well, I'm gonna get it to you in a minute," and but we good though, right? And all of your furniture, niggas standing up over there, and that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that shit he did to Breakfast, he did that on purpose. He went in there to bully him. He bullied them, and he talked shit. He knew they weren't gonna do nothing, but he bought them dudes with him. All of them. Yeah, I do not deny one of those guys would have committed a crime against certainly Charlamagne. He knows, and Charlamagne knows the street. So yeah, he could have easily been targeted. And that's what Baby also was trying to show them. I can clip any one of you Negroes. Do not say my name. And he showed on dudes. Anybody who's familiar with that knows those guys will catch a murder case.
Yeah, they will
in a heartbeat. Or for that dude, because them dudes don't really have no future. Yeah, hell yeah.
So wait. So Platt. Before I'm about to drop it down.
More classy about it.
So let me before I drop it down to Eddie Rep. Are you telling me that black men are using other black men for disposable resources?
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah.
We just put that on the sisters, huh? Well, no, you can also understand these guys don't really have a lot going for them. And I'm saying these is dudes who would probably be picking up trash, mopping the floor. They pretty cut out of elevation in the business. You know, they probably won't get, they felons, they probably ain't gonna get a whole lot of promotions. But hey, look, come ride with me. I got a place for you. Where? Hey, you get to ride in a limo. Hey, you can watch my mansion when I'm out of town. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Come hit up the strip club. You can be my security when I'm in the strip club. One of these dudes get out of pocket. Hey, I need you to go take care of that. So that all of a sudden they getting a little money. They get jeweled up. They'll take that in a heartbeat.
Mm-hmm. Now, what is
that sounds like exploitation to me.
Yeah, that sounds like they getting exploited like a motherfucker right now. Like,
it's consensual. The guys want it. They want it. They are being exploited, but the guys they want to be, you know, a rider or whatever, shooter for these guys.
Well, they better take it.
But
They're the ones
you were
mooching
in
off
their
of my
position,
pocket,
wouldn't
man.
you want a crew full of house painting niggas around you?
Nah. If you're mooching around me, then I'm gonna leverage the shit out of you. You was damn near my property.
Exactly.
Nigga, you was my property. I'm spending you spending money on hoes on my money. You buying liquor and drinks on my money.
Hold on now.
The slides you got on, I paid for.
Nigga, you
No, I gotta ask the question. Now, this is very interesting. Why? Now, these men are iced out. They have jewelry, chains, and everything.
On my money. Exactly. On my money.
So why are they so readily and easy to throw their lives away for men?
Because they have no self-work ethic. They have no work ethic of self.
Hold on. Jay, hold on now. But whenever we talk about having that kind of self-worth of having a family or having standards, you know, that shit's like, fuck that. I'm here for the streets. Now, you got it where you can have your own, you be your own man of your own house, do all whatever the hell you want to do. See, I'm never going to jail for no nigga. Fuck y'all. Y'all kiss my ass. I ain't never going to be a nigga.
Well, you got more sense than these nniggas.
Hold on.
You have people on your panel talk about pump and dump proudly.
But see, so that means you'll throw your life away for 15 minutes or whatever. But now, y'all gonna think I'm throwing on the cape. So let me go ahead and grab my cape. Now, I've never seen, you gotta let me know. I've never seen a woman come in to the booth with a bunch of dudes saying, I'm gonna throw these niggas away. But why do black men have no problem throwing each other away? But then they're saying that the women are doing this to them.
Well, because that's the thing, BMC. Can I expound on this?
Go ahead.
Well, when it comes to, since we're on the subject of, like, you know, basically day one niggas and whatnot, it's like this. When you look at these rappers and the people that they got around them, it's two types of day one people. The day one people that are actually putting in work as you were putting in work, and that's why they're there with you, or there was the ones that were watching you putting in work and then cheering and then just standing there on the side, but yet they ready, you know what I'm saying, to do whatever now that you're famous. But with what you just said, repeat the notion again of how women and BMT.
The notion would be this, okay? If you're my day one,
yeah,
I would never look at you as disposable.
Well, that's
the thing. There are disposable.
Those are not my day ones. Those are not my day ones. Those are the tough guys, street bullies that I know in my area that I still remembered from their Facebook profile. And I need some people to be leveraged. My day ones, they're gonna be the ones getting money. They're gonna be the ones in the administrative seat. These are literally the flunkies.
Hold on. Now I hear a lot now. Now Boogie with the hoodie.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, now him and two other guys they're looking at taking some charges. Now, I'm saying that's not a big deal. I know some people say, well, that's not a big deal in your state. Well, that's your state. We're talking about New Jersey. We're talking about Northeast. We play by different rules. In the city area, if any of y'all ever been up in the city of the Northeast, hollow points ain't tolerated. I'm not sure how many of y'all have ever been up there. You can't walk. You can't get no hollow point, bro. Like literally, you're looking at some charges.
Felony, instant felony.
Literally, that's a cop. They're called cop killers. Anything that can go through a cop vest without no problem. Literally, have y'all forgot post 9/11? Like,
and them rhinos, you know them rhinos.
Yeah, they don't play with you with these kind of gun stuff. You know, like when literally I have to strip down a lot of my stuff before I even go past Virginia. Actually, before I even get past North Carolina. Virginia don't even play with you anymore since what, the DC Sniper Day. So nobody's playing games with these people. Like, you got caught with, first of all, distribution of paraphernalia, marijuana, and also firearms. Okay, dude, y'all think that these people are playing with y'all? Y'all think that money don't cover your ass? That just makes you an easier target to touch. It does. Just means you're more out there to touch. I mean,
especially if you like attention.
I'm just saying, like, no offense, but you're gonna have a hard time telling me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. The women, the guns, the drugs. It's all. I hardly hear the stories about, hey, y'all. Shout out to Travis Scott. The dude invested in McDonald's. I can't get mad at him for investing. That probably was the smartest, safest thing to ever do. I'm investing in McDonald's, but I know people are gonna want to go get McDonald's. See, you can't get. That's smart. Not the dude say, hey, I'm going to go invest and going to get me some paraphernalia and got some oxycodone.
And a couple of gats.
Or he could have just invested in a grocery store and put it in one of the food deserts to feed the people something that's not just death in a wrapper. But okay, cool.
You know, Ruby. You know what, Ruby? You would think these high value millionaire people would be running around and be building schools and all kind of ish, and literally building housing complexes. See, that's what I be saying. These fools only start going that kind of talk whenever they need you to buy their latest CD or literally talk about I mean this kind of stuff. Like, I'm trying to tell you the hustle, man. Like, that's why they were mad, and I gotta give to Platt when he did that story about the Conscious 69 going through the black community handing out food. Remember when you talked about that, Platt?
Yeah, I remember.
And no rappers ran up on him. Ain't none of them ran
because he's not black. If he was black, he would have already been dead. He's not black. Real niggas are only real when it's time to really put their hands on niggas that look like them. He's not black. That's why he's not dead. If he was our color, he would already be dead.
Now, JD Rick. No, you're fine. You're fine with that. I like that energy. So are you saying it's fair to say that black people more so fear niggas more than they fear anything else? Take your time.
Yes, say it again.
Do black people fear niggas or black people more than they fear anything else?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Nope.
No, I think black people fear white people and the power that white people have above anything else. Because see, you don't go and just walk up to something that you deeply fear and you're okay with beating it, with killing it, with shaming it, with doing all kinds of crazy stuff, doxing it, putting its business out there. You don't do that to stuff you fear, right? What do you do to stuff you fear? When you might talk behind its back, it shows up and you give it the greatest respect in the world, deference, you bow to it. You would never do that stuff to the
Good
things
morning,
you
officer.
fear. Right. Oh yes, sir. You're right. I that was a misjudgment of me, sir. I'm terribly sorry, sir.
Hold on, Ruby. You can't say that if you're saying hands up, don't shoot. But then the minute you see Peter Rell say something on the panel, when I find you, I'm gonna kill you, nigga.
Exactly, because we don't fear black people. We don't fear black people. We're gonna keep asking the cops very nicely to stop killing us, and we're gonna keep asking the racists very nicely, please stop killing us, please TSS people, please, because we fear them. We don't fear black people. That's why we treat each other the way we do.
Ruby, let's be honest. Black people fear niggas. Black people fear black people more.
No.
Yes, they do. When black
I'm
people
not worried about black people. I'm worried about, like you just said, I'm worried about niggas taking my life. I don't have to worry about a white cop messing with me.
Okay, so it's
Yeah, man. The same thing with me, man. I'm looking at these niggas.
I fear no white person. I'm just worried
looking at
about
these
the niggas
niggas.
that look like me.
Let me distinguish for you. In the eyes of other people, they just look at it, and maybe y'all not catching what I'm saying with maybe Platt might caught it. Other people just see it as black on black, just killing each other off. When Jay made the comment one time, I don't fear the white man. I fear you black men more than I will fear that white man. You remember when you made that comment, Jay?
Yep.
And now, when she made that, they were, oh, how can that be? How would you? But she was like, no, like, y'all just proved her point. Because see, the eyes of everybody else, a nigga's just a nigga, a black person just a black person. But to her, the black person is trying to distinguish themselves from the nigga for goddamn since the dawn of time since we've been on this goddamn route. So I'm not gonna lie, me moving, I don't worry about me living in no goddamn white neighborhood with no goddamn them doing that fucking get out shit. I don't worry about the motherfucking me out there dancing with police shit and shotgun. I don't worry about that shit.
Let me ask you a question, BMT. BMT, let me ask you a question.
I'm like, oh my god.
Let me ask you a question, okay? Okay. So let's say, right? There's two animals in front of you. One is a dog, and the other is a lion, right? And both of them spit at you. Which one are you going to take as the threat to back up now and whatever, the little puppy or the lion? Because you know what? People are going to be more likely to kick the dog in the face. Get the hell away from me. You get on, go, shoo, shoo, shoo. And the lion, they're going to back the fuck up from very slowly. You know why? You are okay with attacking the thing that you don't fear. You are not okay with attacking the thing you fear. That's what it comes down to. So on one side, it makes sense that someone who is standing up and being a leader and saying revolutionary things is going to fear the people that they are literally talking to, right? And especially if you live in an all-black community, then it's common sense that yes, you're more likely to die by a black person's hand than by anyone else's. Why? Because you live in an all-black community. But who do we actually fear? There's a difference.
I would think also it depends on what you have available at the time. I mean, if you facing a dog and a lion and all you have is your feet and hands, yeah, you're gonna attack the dog.
That's why I got my concealed.
But if you have a high powered rifle and the lion spits at you, you're gonna shoot the lion and the dog because you have the weapons to do it.
Which one are you going to shoot first? Which one's a bigger threat? You're going to take down the bigger threat first, right? So which one are you shooting first?
Yeah, the pit bull or the lion.
You're going to shoot the lion.
So most of us, and this is just reality, on a day-to-day lives, as far as us walking around, we are powerless. We don't have the big giant rifle at our disposal just in our lives. So therefore, we're talking about fighting with our hands and our feet, and which is naturally to us, which is again why it is that we're okay with kicking the dog, but not the lion. And this is why we turn all of our animosity, all of our hate, all of our jealousy, and all of our fear on each other, because we don't actually fear each other. We fear what's out there, because that's the thing we will never rise up against. It could do 10 times worse to us, and we won't come for it.
And Ruby,
I never understood this come bow up power shit when y'all start about this we shall overcome shit. I never understood. I never got it. I always thought it was bullshit.
But Ruby,
I watched like get out of here. I never had no.
Do you see how mad niggas get when you start talking like this?
My shit, go after my shit, or try to dox my shit. But Lord, I just had an old Negro motherfucker that's trying to fuck up my shit. But then y'all talk about we fear, but literally I do more shit. I talk more shit with the white man, and literally he'd be like, "Why do y'all do that shit to me?" Now, for whatever reason, see. Let me tell y'all the secret truth of why blacks do what they do. Because they secretly know that if that brother right there, Platt, or D, or Real, if they make it, if they actually succeed, that means that they were right. That means that I was wrong. So they more so fear the truth. that literally they were full of shit the whole time.
They don't fear the truth. They hate the truth. Yep. They hate themselves. Hate and fear are two different things.
No. See, that hate, that shit, that's the bond that came from sex. Because let's be for real. There's a reason why. This is why I be listen. That's why when y'all be trying to throw me these goddamn biscuits, I be like, fuck them Scooby snacks. Because y'all, the motherfuckers, listen, people will try to listen. I got people will try to tear you down so fast. Like the A Boogie with the hoodie, motherfucker. And granted, he is a talented person. He's very talented, but he has no problem selling and having guns and all that shit and doing all that shit in his own community. The dude has money, but he don't mind. Just like the other dude, what's the other motherfucker? We just did Casanova, and we watch it. Hey, you remember that? You watch her? You saw how they were defending Casanova? Though he was beating women and strong arming people in his own community. Saw the 15-year-old, but then the Casanova talking to y'all about, hey man, watch out for the white dude. He going around killing y'all motherfuckers off.
Right.
Like, get out of here, man. I don't blame nobody when they say they getting the fuck out. They're not fucking with y'all. They don't. When they be like, hey man, are you gonna speak up? Hell no. Hell no. Like, no. 2021, the great separation is coming. Something. Listen, I don't give a fuck. Don't come to me saying, "Bill BMT, man, this is indoctrination." Fuck that indoctrination shit. What doctrine are you going by? What doctrine are you going by? Genocide, homicide, suicide? Like, it's not hard. We just had it where a woman just talked about postpartum, and people were trying to argue with a therapist. Like, hey, I ain't hard work. I'm like, how y'all know? We got people that are. I've watched some crazy shit. I watched them watch Platinum just from Tom Station. I watched them watch the D, J, me. These ain't white people. These ain't white people. You know why they fear? You know why they fear that? Because black people have the biggest issue: jealousy and envy. They fear somebody might outdo them or get the validation. So you know what they'll do? I'm gonna kill them.
See, but that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Everything that you're saying is still illustrating my point. The hate, the jealousy, the whatever. But what it's not is fear. And see, this is what it comes down to. And
when you fear something,
no, because you know what? If we feared it, if we feared black people so much, if we feared what they were doing to us on these platforms, if we feared what they were going to say to us from the chat rooms, if we feared what they were going to be able to do with our personal information, we wouldn't be here doing this. We wouldn't. If we really feared it. If we fear, because when you fear something, you don't go put yourself in the face of it every single day to talk to and address only black people.
If that's the case, how do you explain Rosewood and any other place in history? Let me know if I'm wrong about that. Where they feared the blacks getting so high up, they just killed them because they feared what they could become. How do you explain that? If you fear something enough, you'll kill it. You fear it, you'll kill it. Because you don't know what they'll do.
Well, see, the thing is, though, right? And I totally understand why you would say that. But here's the thing. You can fear multiple things at the same time. And so just like you can hate multiple things at the same time, right? So your self-hate, right? And your fear and awe and worship of whiteness and what the white person is telling you better do in the place that you should be in and the way you should think can all collab together and have you turn all of that, project all of that onto the face that looks most like yours. That is absolutely happens all the time. Absolutely happens all the time. But what do we actually fear? We act right when we fear something. Because we fear the reprisal. We fear the repercussion. We fear what they can do to us if we fuck up, if we miss. That's real fear. A lot of what we do to each other is in the name of self-hate, is in the name of, yes, conditioning that we should hate ourselves and everything that looks like us, because internally we are actually literally made broken. We evolved to be broken, dysfunctional pieces of shit, and it has nothing to do with society, has nothing to do with any of that, no. And that makes us hate each other.
Ruby, I'm asking a question. What's the point of the manosphere?
What's the point of the manosphere? Well, what do they say the point is, or what is the point?
No.
Manosphere is pointless. They don't have a point.
Well, they have a point. I mean, initially, in theory, the man spaces are supposed to be a place for men to come together to talk about men's issues and the ways that, you know, sometimes the law doesn't treat them fairly, et cetera, right? And that's what it's supposed to be about.
Talking about Ruby.
Damn, you low-key kind of watered it down.
I said that's what it was supposed to. No, I said that's what it was supposed to be. I didn't say that's what it was. I said that's what it's supposed to be, right? But what is it really about? I mean, that's a different answer. What is it actually about? Both the black and the white
DMT got that Ebenezer Scrooge blanket.
It's all about blaming women for male problems and you know, whining, complaining about it, right? I mean, that's ultimately what it goes down to.
I could have sworn it was
from what I gathered of it, you know, from listening to certain content creators, it was originally dealing with the issues that black men were having in society, in particularly what feminism did to black men. That's what it was originally. Then it turned into what dealing with black women, and now it's just turned into.
It's supposed to be an outlet for black male media in general.
Much.
We have no media that caters to us in the everyday media that is pushed in, you know, on your TVs, LMMs, and all that other shit. We need our own shit. We don't have a real-time table talk, and if we did, it'd be called The Real Shit with 5 black men with coffee mugs and Hennessy.
Oh, if it's something, if we did have something like that, it's tailored towards. It's more of a either watered down or more tailored to.
It's tailored to a feminine audience at all
but
times.
remember that the black manosphere started, all those people started in the white manosphere. There was just the manosphere, but then the black men broke off because they realized, well, they did, but then they broke off and they started the black manosphere because they realized, you know, there's a lot of racism, but also because they have issues that white men don't. They need to talk about those separately, right? So that's why I said it started off, I think personally, maybe somewhere better than it is today. I'll say that. I do think it's just like I think Red Pill started off somewhere better than I think it ended up being today, which is why I said I support the ideology of Red Pill.
And racists in that
right.
The MGTOWs.
Right. I support the Red Pill ideology, just not where they've taken it.
Wait. This space was created out of fear of men losing their masculinity.
That too.
That's just literally it. This space, I read the psychiatric papers on this motherfucker. This space was made out of fear of men losing their place in the home. One of our first episodes that we did here on BMT, we went to the dark web. Same tenets that y'all believe in today are in the dark web, made by incel white boys. And one of them is arrested right now in federal prison. Jay, am I lying about this?
True. Facts.
So your birth origin was from the fear. That's why this space was made. People were afraid on how to deal with life, home, women, job, work. I've been to the dark web. That shit's watched by the FBI.
Okay.
So the pause with the space is that now it's going back to its origin. That's why some people are like, whoa, what the fuck is going on with this space? Oh no, it's from back to the darkness from whence it came. You peer into the darkness long enough, the darkness peers back. And that's why I'm trying to tell a lot of men, I don't think you know what you truly are signing on to. Not saying all of y'all like that, but I don't think y'all are listening to what they're actually saying. I don't think you're actually hearing. When people are saying that they don't have a problem with people dead in the street, I'm like, who are you talking about? Be specific. But I might need to put you down if you're talking about killing somebody that's in my family. Just because a man can talk to a woman that has no problem with his doggone confidence doesn't mean that he's a problem with the community. Or because a man don't make as much money as you, or because a man has a certain education. I'm sorry, but I've been watching the fear mongering going on in these spaces long enough. This space is right on fear and hatred. That's
but it's a decline. You say red pill. A lot of guys who are incel. To me, a red pill to me is an incel in denial. Okay, now you're an incel, bro. Okay, deal with it. Okay, well, I'm red pill. You know, now you're black pill. Okay, now when you start getting that black pill, that's when you start getting all of the other stuff. You know, you know what I'm saying. I can, you know, I don't want to just all types of um atrocities toward females. The black pill, the MGTOW, though they've progressed from red pill and they're into their whole different hemisphere. I'm a ugly dude. I'm too short. Women will never ever 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 be nice to me. I want to fill in the blank to them, and they're not red. You know, they're and then it's, unfortunately it spills over into some of these spaces because it's a men's space or a men's hemisphere. So those guys sort of poison the water here because a lot of guys are here just to try to, you know, mend things, work out man problems, have good discussions, and have legitimate concerns about equality, you know, as far as family court and except a lot of men want to have see their kids grow up. I mean, but I'm saying that stuff, some of those guys will filter into those on a panel or in somebody's space, build the channel themselves, and then slowly poison the water. So, and I can see like a woman like Ruby, they can pick up on their females and they can just listen and they can say, whoa, I can't believe that guy just said that. And, you know, it might go through other guys in one and out the other because guys are not really paying, or they're not that angry, but they're angry.
So now here's the thing about it. I'm going to pass it to D. Darrell. The space has been here for almost 7 years. Where the fuck are the men that are winning, that are literally showcasing the test results of all this shit that these over goddamn billion hours have done performed? Where the fuck are these households? where are these people at? Where's these high figure, six figure, my crib motherfuckers?
Good question. The question is they don't exist because it doesn't exist because when you accept that ideology, you accept failure. And a lot of these guys come here in the first place from the fact that they were not able to be successful and so forth. So they, instead of blaming themselves, they find a way to blame others. And I would love to hear the testimonials of people who claim these ideologies and the end result of it, but you don't hear it. I mean, what I hear are guys who are 30, 40 years old, even 50, who are alone. That's what I see. I see people who are alone and not with anybody. I see people who don't socialize. I see people who are socially inadequate and they don't know how to communicate. That's what I see. And when it comes to them as far as their professional acumen, business acumen, they lack that also because it encompasses social, you know, you have to have a certain level of social interaction and intelligence. So it's easy to sit in your mother's basement on an old couch and a laptop and a mic and talk shit. That's easy. And then you can make money off of it. So that's where they're at.
You know what though? The space is different than it was. Like even when I first got here. Because when I first got here, the reason why I actually came to the Manosphere is because it was the most sane, rational place on YouTube where you could actually have intellectual discussions where people wanted to hear research and statistics and have discussions about that, not just on their feelings all the time. And so a lot of the people, though, that used to be here aren't here anymore. They've filtered out because they were replaced slowly. Because people, it's like every group, right? Like Black Lives Matter, every group gets infiltrated by people who wear the mask pretending they're about what everyone's saying. And like you said, they slowly poison the well. They slowly poison the water to the point where ultimately what it is now is not even recognizable to the people who were there at the beginning, who started this with good intentions, let's say, right? And that's why I don't join groups for that reason, because it always gets poisoned by the whiniest, bitchiest people who can pull a line and pull a narrative and then use this narrative to feel sorry for themselves and get a bunch of people to validate them feeling sorry for themselves.
Okay,
that's
that
ultimately what happens.
Now, here's the thing about it, and I would show you.
That actually makes sense.
That does make sense. And the brother, one of the guys says, Obsidian really poisoned the space. BGS wants an echo chamber. Plus men and don't listen to you. Now, listen, y'all. I get some of y'all saying, BMT, you're saying some pretty harsh shit. How can you say this about this space? And I'm like, nigga, this is not my space. I don't give a fuck how y'all feel about this shit. Like, fuck this space. This space is literally garbage. Space doesn't even reflect on anything of what I stand. I'll shit on it as much as I want. Like, motherfucker, I done some of them. One of the main dudes I do fuck with that really built the space, though, you just like to fuck with the space. So let that set in. Like, y'all gotta understand. I get. This is not really a secret space. Like, white people know what the fuck I'm at. They know y'all. Like, I don't know why y'all thought y'all was in a safe space or a bubble or y'all on like fucking some liberal college or some shit. Like, you literally, white people always knew what the fuck y'all were at, man. They've been watching y'all shit for. See, you know why they don't touch you because and actually they did touch you. The minute y'all started having that little gender war the first time, they shut you down. I was there for that. They shut down all the cameras. AKA shout out to the main catalyst, Tommy Sotomayor.
Niggas need to put away their pride.
And Tommy done had how many babies in YouTube? So shit. Y'all clearly, like I said, people fear, especially black people fear dealing with niggas or actually dealing with reality. That's the problem.
No, niggas fear reality. Black people fear niggas.
Okay, so but maybe see, and I get what you're saying. That's why I'm saying, Jay Rick. When y'all said black people don't fear black people, that's a damn lie. That's a damn lie. That's a damn lie.
We just fear white people more.
Well, I mean, do you really? But you go to work for them.
See, I don't believe that.
Even in the fear,
they fear black niggas.
How do you fear
think
somebody?
about this. Even the fear in this space. Listen, even the fear in this space of losing your masculinity and what black women are doing and blah, blah, blah. What do they always refer back to? White zaddy, right? Because ultimately, at the end of the day, everyone recognizes that whether it's policy, procedure, the law, whatever it is, that is going to come and attack you on the behest of these black women is who? It's white people. Right? So even if it's not direct, it's still indirect, right? I'm not saying everyone's walking around scared of a cop shooting them. I'm just saying at the end of the day, you got to look at it from the bigger perspective. There are definitely people who fear black people, and it's not just about self-hate. There are definitely people who, fear the guys who are, the gangsters selling drugs in their neighborhood and whatever. But I'm saying, what do they fear more?
Nope, listen.
Well, I grew up in the hood, and let me just say this. I'm gonna just say, for example, I've seen it firsthand. Black people fearing niggas. Like from what I've seen at church, man. The way I've seen like the old ladies being helped by their grandsons or their men when they're being helped across the street and they see a group of young black men, they they'll either walk the other way or they'll look at them in a certain sense of pain. But in general, man, like me growing up, I grew up on the block, okay? And I never really I had my encounters with law enforcement, but it wasn't like I wasn't doing dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? I was around the wrong people at the time. But in general, man, growing up, I've always, any negative problems that I've had, like directly in my life, whether physically or mentally, has been caused by people that look like me.
Right. But how many people did you grow up with that didn't look like you? Because that's an important question. Any. Right. So that's the point.
I mean, like I had one or two, but that was it.
Let me tell you.
That's the point.
Let me break this spell, the myth about growing up around white people. White people are interested in what black people do. White people be buying y'all CDs and shit and be buying you over to want to watch anime and Yu-Gi-Oh and all that other shit. Hey mom, hey, can he stay over and play the N64? And you as a black kid, like, damn, I don't want to go back to the fucking hood. Because goddamn it, I ain't never had this shit before. But she's making pot pie and pizza crusts and all that shit. You like, damn, I gotta go back to goddamn fucking hell.
Yeah, man.
Another fucking day. Like, stop it. Like, y'all, listen. We all heard the Jefferson song. Beans don't grow. Like come
beans
on,
don't
man.
Burn in the kitchen.
Like, no.
Fish
every goddamn thing we've been doing was to get the fuck out of the slum. Stop with the narrative. Like we damn sure know
White people want to get out of the slum too. Like getting out of a slum is a little bit different than fearing your own people.
I know what BMT feel. You gotta go back to West Hill. You gotta go back to West Hill.
They love their trailer park shit.
Yeah.
We're not gonna pretend Honey Boo Boo and fucking Duck Country and all that shit don't exist. They like that shit. Shout out to Teen Mom. Like they love their damn fuckery. See, here's the reality. And I'm gonna give it over to Jay. Motherfuckers will praise that culture, but as soon as that motherfucking video's over, they get their ass in their goddamn armor, goddamn Suburban, and get the fuck out of that goddamn area. They like, hell no, what the fuck I look like staying up. You can't holistically grow in that type of environment without somebody wanting to snip you. That's just the laws of that jungle. You get too big, somebody has to challenge that authority. Unless you got some backing of power, somebody's going to touch you. That's it. And
Welcome to North America. It's not just like that in the Black community. Because I didn't grow up in a Black community, and it was like that.
Well, guess what? Oh, you know what? I don't know where you live, but I'm talking about in America, where we're at. Guess what? Niggas do one thing. I'm going to get my girl, and I'm going to get my kids, and I'm going to get the fuck out of here as soon as I get a chance. Did y'all not learn anything from boys in the hood? Did y'all not learn anything?
Right. Everyone's trying to get out of poverty. White people who are in poverty are trying to get out of poverty because poverty is synonymous with crime and danger. That's not race thing. That's a poverty thing.
Canadian Black people has completely different issues than.
Okay, yeah, you're right. So you know what? I lived in America for a total of 5 years in my life. So I'm not just talking about Canadian Black people versus, I don't know anything about American Black people. And I'll say the same shit that I'm saying now. I felt safer in Brooklyn than I do in friggin' a lot of places across Canada that is all white people. Okay? And I'm just being real. Like I'm being 150% in Bed-Stuy. I felt safer in Bed-Stuy than I do going 40 minutes up north from where I live here in Canada, where things are very different and racially you're not allowed to be overtly trying to burn crosses and shit. And it's still, at the end of the day, I hear what you guys are saying, but what I'm still saying at the end of the day is that poverty versus your own people, there's still two different things. They're two different things. Everyone wants to get out of poverty. The slums where white people live, that shit's dangerous as hell. They're terrified of being there. They want to get their kids out. But some people like the fuckery and they stay in it forever because you know what? They're just not good enough to get out. And that's not a race thing. That again is a humanity thing.
And they're scared of having to try to be good enough.
Who Black is moving to the trailer park to say I move out of the hood to the trailer park? Nobody's doing it.
Yeah,
I didn't say that. I said, no, I'm saying that white people, poverty, and Black people, poverty, if you look at poverty, if you control for poverty, right, then there's no racial difference between the violence between people, between the drugs, between the crime, between any of that. There's no difference if you control for poverty first. No, there's not. They just never do it. They just never do it.
There's a difference.
There's a significant difference. There's a significant difference between
Black and white poverty. Hell yeah, there's a difference.
No, there's not. But see, most people don't look at those statistics. They don't look at those statistics that control for poverty and race.
Ruby, were the paddy wagons going to the trailer park or they going to the hood? Where were they going during the crack epidemic?
That's during the
I ain't never seen no SWAT van in the fucking trailer park.
Hold on, wait a minute. Wait, I'm sorry. Is the SWAT van controlled by Black people? Hold on.
Is the trailer park controlled by Black people?
Who's running that shit? Hold on, is it white people or Black people? Hold on, I'll wait.
A minute.
Actually, A-Rap.
I see the police and everything else in these trailer parks. Don't get it twisted.
They go in there.
The thing is, the shit don't listen. So where I live, I'm outside of like it's like kind of a mixed area. But don't think that the shit it's just that the shit that they do don't make the big news channels. They make the smaller news channels. So I live, anyone that is familiar with Florida, I live in Sarasota. So a lot of the stuff that happens in Sarasota and Bradenton, it doesn't make the Tampa news, but it makes the Sarasota news. And let me tell you something. Them fucking whiteys are crazy. I'm going to just say that. Go ahead. I also wanted to say in regards to Canada, I know I have a coworker that grew up in Canada, and she said it's like racist, and she's white, but she was saying the same thing. They're racist, but it's like the same but different. So they would be racist against her because she didn't speak French. So it's like the non-French speaker. I forgot where in Canada she grew up, but
Quebec.
like the non-French speakers were like almost like the black people. You know what I'm saying? Like they were looked down upon by the kids that spoke French.
But here's the thing about it. And I'm trying to show y'all. Listen, man. Like for the most part, see, people done got it fucked up. I never had a problem popping a nigga in the goddamn leg or in the chest. Back the fuck off my shit. Oh, don't get it construed. Like y'all were the first people I shot at. Like, it was my people. I love you that much. I'll put you down myself. Now, I want you to understand this: that whenever I seen a brother or a sister making a come up, be it that they were single, be it that they had a family or whatever, the minute if Real Deal and me found out and we were niggas, oh, we were gonna try to fuck that shit up. That's why what do they tell you when you making Jay? You know this shit, bro. When you making your come up, what do they say? Keep your mouth shut. Don't tell a goddamn nobody.
Oh yeah, bro.
You don't tell nobody.
Yeah,
because niggas, if you try to make a move, like, come on
niggas
now.
will fuck
if you
your
get
shit
a
up.
fine money, you can't tell the niggas in the fucking hood. They'll come try to take your bitch. Like this was the law of the land. Like, no, listen, bro. No,
and BMT, have you heard of this?
I never told no told, bro. I knew, bro. I need to get the fuck on, boy.
BMT, have you heard a person say, like, if you're gonna invest in your neighborhood or whatever, buy property in your old hood or whatever that you grew up in, don't put your name on it and don't tell anybody that you own it.
Oh, yep. Never.
Because you know niggas will shoot your shit up, fuck it all up. Because my cousin owned a bar out here in my city. It's called Doubles. You know what happened to it? 2017. That's what happened. Niggas went it, like some niggas that I know, niggas that I grew up with. I went to high school with these dudes. They all got into a fight over a game of pool, and you know what? One of them shot a nigga in the head at the restaurant, and my cousin had lost his business. And the thing is, I was across the street the night at Hyatt. I was working at Myers. I was 16 at this time, 16, 17, or either just turning 17 or or whatever. But anyway, I'm working at Myers that night that it happened. I get a phone call during the middle of my shift, and he told me, he's like, man, yo, look across the street. All I do is look across. I see ambulances. I see police. I see niggas being escorted out. And all he said to me was like, bro, I'm moving. And then he hung up the phone.
Now, here's the thing about it. Shout out to my cousin. Won't say her name.
Tried to have a bar and a pool hall, but couldn't do that.
That's fucked up.
Shout out to
legitimate money, and these niggas don't fuck it up. See, this is why I'm so jaded towards niggas, man.
My cousin, she worked hard. She got 2 kids. Yes, she is a single mother. Fuck y'all. That wasn't because of her. That wasn't because of her. See, that motherfucker, she opened up her own goddamn boutique. She was doing damn fucking good. And she even did kids go back to school thing and all that stuff. But the same motherfucker she tried to help. And I said, blah, blah, blah. Listen, there's another rental spot opening up. Yeah, but that's going to be with my client. That's around white people. It don't matter, girl. You'll be safe. I don't have to worry about it. You don't have to ride by at this time of night. You being here doing, late nights in the salon, they get late. You know what I'm saying? You got your clients. And I said, anybody can run up in here. Sure enough, and I didn't speak that, but I told her, thank God she is okay. People ran up in there. It was her, 2 other kids, and another woman. And that fucking bitch sitting in the chair had her man run up in there and hold her and them 3 kids at gunpoint and take all her money for that month. Well, the money that was there for that day. And that shit hurt. Like and luckily, I think the people found her. She was sitting there crying and holding them kids, and she was feared for her life. She said, "I give all," and that really hurt me too. But that was a black woman that was only 5'2". She wasn't gonna hurt nobody. And see, that's the thing about it. People were fearing that she was doing something that other people couldn't do. She wasn't getting no handouts. I seen her there plastering, drywalling, sweeping, cleaning up her own yard, all that shit with her own money. Paying goddamn our drunk ass uncle to help her do all that shit, and fucking goddamn niggas run up on her and steal from her. A fine little mama. So
when was this?
Oh, this happened 3 years ago. Her business ain't no more in the fucking goddamn nigga community. She said after that shit, she went to the bank. She went to the bank. Yup, Jay, you're right. She went right there to the bank and got a loan. Said, "I want to move my shit." Boy, I've never seen somebody move all that shit fast. And you wanna know what the thing about it? People were bragging. The same bitch was like, "Oh, well, you should have had security."
What?
Wow.
What? Lily had the nerve to say that shit.
Should have had security. So I understand.
What?
There's a reason why a lot of why black people don't want to fuck with niggas here.
Especially on business.
You know what I'm saying? Let me
I think most of us only know higher or middle class or higher white people, apparently, because it's if I find it incredible that we seem not to understand that in lower SES areas and communities, in white communities, that these stories also happen all the time. Because again, human psychology, this is human psychology 101, that people act this way when they are poverty stricken. This is not a black thing, but unfortunately, because such a significant portion of our people are in lower SES communities, we look at it as though it's a black thing, but we don't look at the statistics accurately to evaluate the fact that it is literally about lower socioeconomic status and not race.
Chance dating a dude. That's a dude.
That's Chance the Rapper, and that's his wife.
Oh my God!
I thought it was
his wife, John Redcorn.
That's a man.
Hold up! I thought it was me.
Nigga.
I thought it was me. I said, "Is it me?" I think it ain't me. So
it's not you, Platinum.
No, that's a nigga from Street Fighter.
It's not you, Platinum.
That's his wife right
That's
there.
Troy Polamalu's brother.
Yeah, is that a man or a woman?
That's Chance the Rapper, the famous rapper, and this is his wife, and I could not believe it. And I said, "What the?"
Does she have any kids?
Fabio. He married Fabio.
Actually, I think he does have kids with Nancy Gribble, that little Indian boy raised by Doug Gribble.
Let me get out of here. No, I just was looking at, and I deleted that for. It says dating dudes, but I was thinking about. No, I'm not going to do that though.
Platinum burnt out. Platinum burnt out.
Said, if y'all listen, y'all.
Go ahead, man.
He better do a live about
now,
that.
we're gonna do the last.
I'm gonna let you do that one.
Wrap this shit up. Shout out to my girl Brandy for coming in the chat. God damn it, you did numbers better than my black man did. Now, the holy art. Now, the richest black man in the game, in the industry.
Wait, I totally forgot I didn't even get to the last.
Rich black man, 3.2 billion. Jesus, he is blessed. He is holy. He is divine. He's following in the Holy Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost. Kanye West, Sunday Service Choir is the sue rapper for $1 million for unpaid wage. Don't worry, Kanye, you got that.
That's a small change.
That's small change. Kanye West Sunday Service Choir is taking legal action against the rapper for owing overtime compensation for the team that assisted with production of the first ever event. Oh, you remember when it's so ancient?
He better hire TD Jakes' Human Resources Department on this shit.
You think
too many more of these cases and they could bleed him out?
You think they'll cover him?
TD Jakes.
So the event was produced by Live Nation and took several weeks to plan. But there were several last-minute changes due to Ye's demands, and over a dozen workers weren't paid as a result. Now Live Nation and the rapper were hit with $1 million lawsuit, and for failing to provide pay stubs. People need our taxes.
Are
And
him and
failing
Jay
to pay
even in talking terms?
minimum.
'Cause Live Nation
Oh,
ain't
so
paying
he
their
failing
bills
to pay.
neither, and
Oh, he
4040
paying
Club.
the wage?
4040 Club ain't paying its bills neither. So are they even talking?
Oh, yeah,
So
Creflo Dollar still
he
trying to
wasn't
get
They
paying
still
the
open?
minimum wage. He wasn't paying a minimum wage. Why Kanye paying people in church minimum wage?
Wait, Kanye was wait, how much was he paying them?
Minimum wage.
$15.
$8 to sing in a choir?
What's minimum wage in California?
$15, nigga.
God damn. Yeah.
Damn, $15 an hour to sing in his choir?
I never get paid $15 an hour.
Just to sing and wave your hands?
It's unclear who is behind the lawsuit, but a hairstylist admits it's always the fucking hairstylist that always be telling everything. How do they know everything?
$50 ain't enough in California, so
But the
25 is supposed to be
the
enough.
hairstylist admits to receiving payments. So the hairstylist, he got paid, receiving payments, but being owed overtime, unpaid wages, continued wages, damages, civil penalties, statutory penalties, and attorney fee costs.
Hey, BMT, do you think it's the same hairstylist that caught Odell Beckham and Tyler Perry in that room?
Possible.
Oh my
shit.
God.
He gets around.
Nah, for real, bro. A hairstylist like peeked in on Tyler Perry playing with Odell's ass.
So now the thing about that woman, I think she's a goddamn agent. The lawsuit also claims that Kanye West and Live Nation failed to properly compensate the hair assistant. Oh yeah, it's probably her. And many dozens of other persons who perform services and on the production, including the background actors and performing as audience. Oh my gosh! So they were fake audience members. Ooh,
shocking.
Performing as audience members. The suit continues saying that the defendants oversaw, controlled, and ran the production and ... worked many hours on the production. Jay, what's your thoughts on Jesus Church?
Mr. Kanye West.
Well, you need to pay what you owe.
$1 million.
But I guess he was taking a page. I guess he was taking a page out of Donald Trump's book, and
blow, Jay. Blow.
Nobody can take a page out of my book.
Oh, real quick, and
you don't have the money to take a page out of my book.
Shut up, bro. Your time.
It's slightly off topic, just slightly. But has anyone heard from Ice Cube?
The nigga you
Ice
love to
Cube
hate.
done with y'all niggas. Ice Cube is done with y'all niggas.
Ice Cube is done with black people. Y'all
he has officially become the nigga you love
how
to
y'all
hate,
gonna
bro.
get mad at him for trying to get y'all paid? That's some crazy ass shit.
I told Ice Cube don't fuck with black people in politics. He didn't listen to me.
Like Vivica Fox and Lisa Ray both got on his ass for no reason.
But Ice Cube's in no
Bitches who
position.
contribute nothing to society at that. Bitches who contribute nothing to society.
I just wanted to know. But anyway, Kanye need to pay what he owe and stop trying to take a page out his mentor's book.
Ice Cube done with y'all niggas. He said, "Man,
That's
fuck
all.
y'all. I got
all the
200
real
million."
Christians tired of the executive producer being
the-
all up in the choir, collecting.
But he
all
got
the plates.
3,000 votes. 3,000 people in my state.
Does Jay-Z
voted
isn't
for
Jay-Z
him.
part of Live Nation or no?
Who?
Is Jay-Z part of Live Nation?
Well, he's under the umbrella. He pretty much got a JV deal. He signed that like
He's
10
got
years
like a piece of it, like a piece of ownership or some shit.
Piece ownership, yeah. So
Right.
So Kanye's
he owns
under
like
his
14%
umbrella.
or 16% or something.
Kanye's under his umbrella, so he still got to take orders from Jay-Z. So
Does he really have to listen to Jay-Z if he's more worth than Jay-Z? How does that work out? I mean, honestly,
say that again.
But is he worth more than Jay-Z, or is his wife more than Jay-Z?
No, he is.
He's worth more.
He's worth.
He's worth more than Jay-Z.
Yeah, that's because of the clothing line, not because of
$3.2 billion.
Who buys his clothes?
I do.
Who can afford his clothes? This nigga charged $1,200 for one T-shirt with a hole in it. At that, I can make that.
People buy it.
I got an old T-shirt in my closet. I'll charge you $500. I'm just saying.
I've tried to go to doggone Goodwill and buy some clothes.
That's
Market them
Jesus
up.
Christ, though. That's easy Christ. You feel me? So
I still rock my FUBU.
But now, I'm just saying, to be fair, Kanye is worth
3 billion.
3.2 billion. And literally, I think Jay-Z's worth only $1 billion. So he's only worth 2. So he got him by quite a substantial. Yep. Mm-hmm. There you go.
But Jay-Z still owns all his shit, though. You see, Kanye West is the one that got to deal with his shit not be, in perpetuity.
It depends. It depends on. It
His
depends
kids
on.
are gonna hate him growing up, thanks to Kim.
Like it depends on because Jay-Z, he's the head figure of Rock Nation, but he's not the owner. That's a higher power than him.
Okay.
You can be
stakeholder.
Damn, I'm really trying to figure out how Kanye is worth more than Jay-Z. That is like crazy to me. But okay.
That was
whatever.
$2.2 billion worth more. And then you got Jay-Z, $1 billion. Now Jay-Z, that's without Beyonce, he's worth $1 billion. Diddy's net worth is 85 million.
Yeah.
Dre, everybody was saying Dr. Dre is the first goddamn billionaire. No, he's not. No, he's not. It's Jay-Z.
It's a split.
And after that,
Him and Jimmy Iovine split that money.
Well, didn't his worth go down after he sold? Didn't his worth go down after? Didn't his worth go down after he sold Beats?
He should have held on.
It took a small hit, but it didn't really like. It didn't.
He took a hit.
Drastically.
He should have held on to that motherfucker. He should have held on.
Yeah, he should have held on to Beats.
Everybody said Raycon is going up. I'm not thinking how's Raycon going up. Ray J shit is selling like that.
Yes, it
Eminem
is.
Eminem is 230 million. So you see, there's a big gap. I don't know why Drake keeps saying that he's up there.
I mean, Drake, to be honest,
that man is worth 80 million.
I'm surprised Diddy isn't worth more. Who?
Diddy?
Diddy is worth that is kind of surprising, man, because he's been around. He's been in the game.
I was just saying.
Diddy don't make
I'm surprised he's not worth more. Everybody's with Ciroc.
Diddy don't make no goddamn artist.
Ciroc is huge.
But Diddy too selfish to pay niggas, and my cousin out in Cali told me that.
Diddy don't
that's been a thing since the 90s. Yeah.
Diddy don't like to pay.
Anyway, but at the end of the day, Kanye need to pay what he owes. Plain and simple.
$1 million, that's not a lot to pay for a billionaire. He can write that off, man.
Yeah, that's like a fucking dollar to him.
Kanye,
a lot of people are worth that. Like he's worth an estimated 3.2 billion, but liquid. Kanye be lucky to have 100,000. I'm sure he could get it, but I'm saying like cash. For all we know, I'm saying he might not even have $100,000 cash that he could put his hands on.
Right.
Well, most of them are not liquid. Most of them is in hard assets, so it would be literally going to the bank and loan.
Right.
So they be getting a loan. So what I'm saying, their companies, their whole worth is their entire worth. But I'm saying what they actually have, that they have in their bank account that you can see.
Well, you probably is right. He probably don't have $100,000 in the bank ready.
Yeah, so that's why it might be this situation with paying these people off, because now he's got to liquidate, and now he's got to look at, because he made a presidential run. That cost him money.
That was
because you have to pay to get your name on the ballot. So he probably.
He's gonna do it next. He's gonna do it next election. So,
oh shit!
You need to sit down somewhere. I mean, really.
Kanye
ain't been the same. I love Kanye. He ain't been the same since Donda died. That's all I'm gonna say. And I mean,
since his mom died, man. He lost his
Kanye, just do the concert. I wrote and tweeted you, nigga. You'll win. Just do the concert with Jay-Z. Just Watch the Throne 2, nigga. We'll buy it. Buy it at the ballot.
Y'all better do it before you get too old. People don't give a fuck no more.
Like literally one of my favorite. I mean, I'm not a hip hop aficionado, so don't come for me. But I love Watch the Throne. Is like one of my favorite albums.
Yeah, Watch the Throne. I still play Watch the
Throne. Is my shit.
Yeah.
Otis,
we'll
Made
never
in America.
Get another. classic CD.
Like that was like amazing, right? Like every song on Watch the Throne.
They ate good off of that. They ate good off of that CD. Like
What
shit,
you
everybody.
need when they sample James Brown?
Oh yeah, they ate good. Everybody ate good off of that. But shit, they Kanye that lost his mind, and Jay-Z was like, no, nah. And then after that,
What if both eccentric
Beyonce and
people?
Kim had their issues.
They both crazy people, man. Like, have you seen Jay-Z in public?
I just hope
how nervous this
the help
nigga
he
looks.
needs and stays on his medication. That's all I'm gonna say.
Kanye needs to stay on medication.
Yeah.
Jay-Z needs.
You know what? He's 50 years old. Like
Jay-Z
is 50 years old. That's all I'm gonna say. I mean, what can you really say about? Yeah, but Jay-Z is married to fucking Beyonce. Does it matter?
Hey, they
Does
act
it
like
matter
it too. If you,
they
act like
you know what? I will give it. And you know what? I will give you that. At that high up. But see, I'm gonna be real with y'all. Like that's like motherfuckers be trying to say, BMP, you need to go get your dress done. I'm like, why, nigga? Like I'm good at where I'm at. Like, who am I trying to impress?
But your shit is well kept, man. Jay-Z shit does not look well kept.
Like, nigga, and see that's the thing about like,
nigga, your shit.
Jay-Z is retired. He's retired, basically. Like he's just
exactly
like he got his kids.
When you know your checks are coming in, your fuck's button just is just gone. Like
right. That's what it is. He got I'm sure all they do is they go on vacation and they chill with their kids. Like that's it. He don't give a fuck about nothing.
His son be a force to be reckoned with when he get older.
So is Blue though. Blue is already, you know what I'm saying? So hey, it's gonna be a lot of brown. She already said it's gonna be a lot of brown chilling on the Forbes list.
Listen,
that's all I'm gonna say.
Blue can go buy herself a country right now. That little girl is. That little girl.
Rumi and I can't remember the other. It's Rumi and I can't remember the other.
Rumi and Sir.
Yeah,
listen,
Rumi and Sir.
Beyonce and like the West kids and the Carter kids, them motherfuckers are just set. World, listen, y'all better never.
Beyonce said her great grandchildren is already rich.
Like they will never. they will never. We will never be privileged to have content about them. They'll be like, motherfucker, that's me. My birthday will be on the satellite shit. Like, like that's the shit that they live in. Like they like that. Then that's it. Like that's it. I mean, we might hear about them, but you honestly don't see their kids like that unless they want to be seen. And they don't care to be seen.
Bro, he sent his kids to school with like 30 cars deep of security.
But you know what? I can see why though. I can see why. Because you see how people sit here, like even when Beyonce was pregnant the first time, like there were like think pieces done on whether or not she carried the babies or not. Like
they had to shut down. They had to buy out a hospital or something.
Right. So I completely understand why
crazy motherfuckers wouldn't be going inside the room.
You gotta understand. Like, listen, and I will do a show on it tonight. I'll do a show on it tonight where a man walked up on me and my son in the urinals, and that was the most uncomfortable thing for me to ever deal with. To ever have to talk with a man in the urinal. I was like, Lord, please don't let this be the way I die or go out. Hey, you're BMT. Oh my God.
What? Oh my God.
Nobody
like
all I could do was stare at that goddamn concrete and you're here with your son.
Yes.
All I could just shake my dress
in the urinal. Like
can I get a picture with you and your son at the urinal?
Not supposed to.
There's places you talk to people.
Isn't there like a dude rule that you're not supposed to?
You're not supposed to access the porta potty. Or the urinal.
Shit about that. Like all they see is that you're no longer. That's why I dropped the content. I upload the content. I put family before YouTube. But some people don't seem to get that. I never knew how close you motherfuckers were to me until y'all start messaging me and Facebooking me and all kind of shit. Say, hey BMT, I saw you at Walmart. Hey BMT, I saw you at Walmart. Hey BMT, I saw you.
You live in a small ass
I'm like,
town.
oh my God! Like,
if you had a urinal, you're supposed to use the one down from the one that's already next to the guy.
But that's surprising. But Joe, you live in a small town. That's crazy.
You know what? But see, I live in a small town, But I like my, I like my space too. I like my space, and I choose to live out here. And my brother's like, hey, dude, why don't you come live in the city? I'm like, no. I can do it, but now, like I told him, I said,
no, I understand that. My ex-husband,
you value your sanity much.
Oh yeah, my ex-husband was a DJ, and like people will recognize me, and I'll just be sitting there like, it's like, oh, you're so and so, and I'm like, okay, cool.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that shit's kind of weird. I completely understand it.
So you guys, I thank you guys for coming through. First off, let me first give a special shout out to everybody who done came through. Shout out to everybody who done came through in the chat. You already know, I much love. I know y'all, we had agreements, disagreements, but I wanted to give y'all a good show. That's the whole point of it. Shout out to the mods. I was giving out the wrenches while doing it. Shout out to Platinum Elite. He already came through and he definitely showed out. Platinum, before we roll, please. Please tell them about your channel. Go ahead, bro. I got
they can. We did a particular interesting topic about the death of the housewife. The use the Flora Evans to type. Even go back to with the Leave It to Beaver. That might be Elemental Club. You guys or whatever, 20 and stuff. So I'm just saying you can find him on YouTube. It's just that whole type of female, the housewife, stayed home, disciplined the kids. The cooked, cleaned, and all of that. Those women don't really exist anymore. And I was saying a lot of you guys are so thought thirsty and IG hungry. That you guys really don't understand. Like it's a dynamic of female that her type is just gone. It's like we don't even look at women like that anymore. And those guys. A lot of the guys said guys who are 20, they don't even see women like that. I mean, other than their mother. They are not certainly looking for a mildly attractive homemaker type female. I mean, that's not just what they're looking for.
He said mild.
Yeah, mildly attractive, I guess.
So and y'all guys, make sure y'all.
I mean, most households need to. Most households need two incomes to operate these days. But anyway, go ahead.
Next, we have my girl. Classic Ruby, y'all know we butt heads. It's all love. Classic Ruby, she goes hard in the paint. You know what I'm saying? I think she goes too hard for a lot of y'all motherfuckers. That's just me. Y'all know me. I don't say y'all feelings. Fuck y'all feelings. Y'all ain't gonna get to work over here. But go ahead, Classic Ruby.
Is she still there?
Canada Goose, are you here?
So I'll do it for Canada.
Canada Goose.
So
she might be gone. Okay.
So literally, you guys, if you want to check out her content, literally she has different content on her channel that you can check out. Ruby does panel appearances. Char, she does strange news, tell it like it is, feminist, and psych 101. So y'all make sure y'all check out Classic Ruby and literally find out what you have to say over there on her channel. Also, along with that, you got D Darrell of the Conscious Clientele. Check out his content. He has a new channel. Shout out to D Darrell. He's already back at 1K. And literally, he's doing his thing. Talking about content, family, business, literally stuff that literally you can get some pretty nice tidbits of information from. Check out D Darrell. What else do we have? We also have Real Deal Financial. Y'all definitely go over there, check out my fam. Like I said, when it comes to business, this brother knows his stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I could feel it when I was telling him about what happened to my cousin. He was like, I would have told him that business a long time ago. But hey, that's one of the things about one of the struggles of building with our people. When it comes to finance, we don't take that kind of stuff seriously, y'all. We just don't. So
yeah, because I'm trying to help people flip iPhones and shit, and there's a couple of people that got to my suppliers and bought some phones. So
y'all gotta understand. Y'all gotta understand, man.
I'm trying to plug the supplier, man. Like
But see, we want to see you grow, but you gotta just watch out for them sharks out there, man. But other than that, we got let's see who we got the last. I don't know this. Other than that, you guys,
Yeah.
much respect. You already know my I got J.
And sub to my channel if you like anime and also comedy skits and whatnot. But mainly if you like anime, I cover. I'm trying to cover multiple types, but you know it's hard for me to get into certain stuff if it looks too demonic because I'll be too distracted from the story.
I'm gonna help you out with that. I can help you out. Okay.
So right now, we'll be talking about my interview with Matt Owens, the live action One Piece director. Amazing guy. He's literally going to be turned into a live action. It will be coming on Netflix next fall or the following fall. But right now, you know, I got to talk with him about meeting Ichiro Oda, the creator of One Piece, one of the highest selling mangas in history. I got to talk to him about that, him coming up. You know what I'm saying? It was a cool vibe, man. So if you subscribe at JAYD Rich, I do skits, I do comedy, and I do also anime reviews and tutorials and whatnot.
And y'all guys definitely check him out. You guys, I'm a huge anime buff fan, and I can talk about that.
And the series is gonna be good. I'm telling you, for those of you who doubt it, I just gotta say that the series is gonna be good. He's not just no hoity-toity, corny ass director. After talking with him, dude is legit. No, he's gonna kill this series. I just gotta say that.
So you guys definitely check him out. I'm gonna email me right after the show, brother, so we can start politicking. I already went over the time, and I know how Day is. She's like, yo, fuck off. So guys, much respect, much love. Thank y'all for everything. You already know we do it over here at BMT. I know y'all probably say, oh man, he was extra cool, extra hard. But why the fuck y'all can come here? I'm only saying what other people say. And thank you. Like, fact. So we'll see you guys later. If y'all like it, like, share, subscribe, support the channel. If not that, hey, subscribe to
If not, eat a dick.
Thank you, Jay.
Hey, look, shout out to the panel. Appreciate you, bro.
Shout out to you,
Thank
Platinum.
you.
Much love to everybody on here. Shout out Ruby, Jay, all of y'all.
Okay.
Shout out to Ruby and shout out to Jay. Jay, I think I probably said too much when I was talking about not trusting.
Yeah, you said you spoke too long. Anyway, have a good one.
Have a good
Jay,
one.
let me know when you're on